Floresville, your home for the Blitz with Jason and Joe on YouTube and always at sasportstar.com. San Antonio's Sports Center.
San Antonio Spurs return to action tonight. They'll take on the Washington Wizards inside the Frost Bank Center. Tip-off there set for 7 o'clock. Spurs guard De'Aaron Fox was named to the All-NBA Cup tournament team after averaging 22 points, 8 assists, helping the Spurs to a 5-2 record and the Cup finals. Cowboys defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus says he's going to move up to the booth for the Cowboys' final 3 games.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minutes.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Out and about one more time. We are 90 Proof Bar and Grill right off Highway 90 with our friends from Flight by Yuengling. And, boy, it's going to be a lot of fun in here. I already saw Beer Santa brought in a ton of stuff.
He did.
That we're going to be giving away here today. Make your way to 90 Proof Bar and Grill. All kinds of great stuff. This is the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. This young man is Jason Minix.
And, you know, I hear somebody, oh, man, we're out on Highway 90. People say, oh, you never come out here. Well, that's not true. We've been to Golf Club of Texas before. In fact, we've had one of our golf after parties here at 90 Proof Bar and Grill. So if you're out Highway 90 off Petranco in this area, come hang out with us. And look, Christmas is next week. You need something. We've got these Kanga coolers to give away, which every time I'm out somewhere with one of these, people, where'd you get that? They want that. I could have sold mine for I don't know how much money. But you know what else they brought today? If you're watching on YouTube, you could see this. Go to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. This is a backpack cooler, right? But it's also a bleacher chair. And so, you know, it can fold out. And you've got a bleacher chair. You've got your cooler. And, look, we've all been to Little League games before. Certain things are frowned upon, but you know what you need. And so then they get you a nice little thing. You can hide whatever you really have in the cooler there. It's a pro tip from a pro company. And it could be yours free here at 90 Proof Bar and Grill.
So come on out and see us. It's going to be a lot of fun out here today. We got so much to get into as well. Lots of stuff happening in the world of the Cowboys, the Spurs, the NFL, just all kinds of stuff. But I love this place, and I kind of forgot about it. But you're right. We had our after party here, but this is a great place. It's got to be one of the best bars. If you are looking for, obviously they've got Flight, but if you're looking for another cocktail, good gosh.
Well, I mean, it's a bar, sir.
Well, I know, but not all bars have that kind of selection.
You're right. I don't guess they have a storage room in the back because it's all right here on. They even have stuff hanging from the ceiling in a cage.
Yes.
Which would be kind of cool. You want something up there, and trust me, some of the bartenders here, you want them to climb the ladder, if you know what I mean. So, I mean, just saying. Well, I mean, you'll learn. Stick around a while. If you like Vegas, there's other reasons to come in here to 90 Proof Bar and Grill, and we saw people in here eating lunch.
Yes.
I'm kind of kicking myself. Why didn't we come in here and eat lunch? The food looked incredible. So. Get on out here. And, dude, there is one hell of a football game tonight on Thursday Night Football. When you talk about a regular season matchup of this magnitude at this point, mid-December, Seattle hosting the Rams. It's Seattle. Of course it's going to rain. It's cold. It's going to be a fun football game on a Thursday night.
Both of these teams 11-3, which is just unbelievable. Fighting for the division title. And here's the deal why this is so big. I mean, if you don't get that number 1 seed, and one of these teams will, you're going to fall to 5. And so it makes a hell of a difference. Huge ball game tonight for both of these teams. I honestly think Seattle, if they lose tonight, they're screwed because they'll be, in essence, they had lost to the Rams twice. and I don't think they can catch them. If the Rams lose tonight, I'm not sure what the remaining schedule is for both of those teams. However, they may still have a shot.
Well, I mean, the Rams play their last tough game tonight. They have Atlanta and Arizona to close things out, where the Seattle Sea Chickens, I mean, they've got the Rams tonight, then they're at Carolina and at San Francisco.
Oh, wow.
I mean, they've got the Seahawks, and I do call them the Sea Chickens or the Sea Bags, depending on my wife's mood or the mood I'm trying to, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They've got a tough schedule, and in a lot of ways, for them, their playoffs are essentially are beginning tonight. I was talking about that the other day with my nephew up there in Washington State, just about how tough the schedule is down the stretch, and then getting ready for the postseason. I think damn near impossible for Seattle at this point to fall out of the playoffs, but that game against San Francisco is huge if they stumble tonight. I mean, Seattle could, I guess math is a thing, could if they lost tonight and then lost to San Francisco, not to mention going across country for a game against Carolina, could trip out of this, but a lot of weird things would have to happen for that to be. But you also look at the quarterback play in a game like this. You know, Sam Darnold, last year towards the end of Minnesota, he kind of fell apart, but in reality, he's been a solid quarterback late in the season, and he is playing at home. Weather is a factor tonight. I kind of like the Rams run game better than I like the Seattle run game. Both have really good defenses. I can't imagine, even though they say Devontae Adams is a question mark tonight, I can't imagine that he plays. And Puka Nacua, I don't know where his mind is going to be. From what he said on a live stream, and then his brother got arrested for stealing a car that belongs to a Los Angeles Laker. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know what his brother's doing, but, you can't worry about that. We all have knucklehead brothers.
I mean,
right? I mean, you can't control those guys.
You can't, but that doesn't mean it can't be on your mind and a little distracting.
Nah,
right?
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Look, I think the Rams are the best team in the NFC. I really do. Tonight's a chance to prove that. Seattle's very good, too. I mean, we talk about 11-3 at this point in time. You're good. Both teams are solid. Remember Seattle. Sam Darnold threw 4 interceptions in their first meeting in L.A., and they damn near won the game anyway. He can't do that again tonight. If he does, they're going to be in big trouble. But look, I love the matchup. Sam Darnold against what could very well be the MVP of the league in Matthew Stafford.
And then I think about Matthew Stafford and that Rams team. And again, they've got a solid run game. They damn near beat Philadelphia in the snow last year in the NFC Championship game. But if the Rams have home field advantage throughout, my goodness, right? I mean, you think about, the Rams have proven they can play outdoors, but the idea that the road would go through SoFi, that would be pretty incredible. And some weird history. If I remember right, what I saw on the get-ups this morning, Sean McVay is sitting on win number 99.
That's right.
Sean McVay, who just had a baby. Sean McVay.
Well, his wife had a baby.
Well, he had something to do with it.
Well, it's the fun part of it.
Well, of course. Ain't that the best part?
Well, yeah.
But he's, probably not. Well, he is a coach. He doesn't sleep anyway. He could be the third coach to get to 100 wins before the age of 40.
Incredible.
Now, if I remember right from what I saw this morning on the TV, he would join the likes of Lambeau and Hallis.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. That is crazy. So a big game from that standpoint as well when you're talking about that. But it's going to be a great game. It really is. This is the place to come watch it. 90 Proof Bar and Grill, right off Highway 90. Lots of TVs all over the place. The scenery is nice. And, we're here too. And Beer Santa's here. We're giving away stuff. Kanga coolers.
Backpack coolers. Samples of Flight. All kinds of stuff. 90 Proof Bar and Grill out here on Highway 90.
That's the place to be.
Just punch it into your GPS. Out near the golf club of Texas.
It is. It's not far from the golf club of Texas at all. Come on out and see us today. And come hungry if you want. Lunch is great. The beer's cold. And you never know. I'm going to say this too loud, Minix, but you never know if, the samples of Yuengling will be flowing.
Yeah. They're samples.
They're samples.
Yes.
Yes.
Samples. Yes.
Of.
But I can promise you're not going to get in one little of them nothing cups.
No.
Right. It's not it's a sample, but there's no sample size cup involved here. You get a regular size cup. And with a sample in it.
I've never figured that out. Those little cups, because how can you sample anything with just a little, a little taste?
Well, that's what they thought. Who made this rule that stupid? We're going to change things.
Absolutely.
But legally, we're saying they're samples.
That's what Beer Santa does. He thinks outside of the size sample when you come on out here to 90 Proof Bar and Grill. Come see us. We got a lot to talk about, including the Cowboys. James Slater talked to Trevon Diggs. Fascinating conversation. If you've been following along, Trevon Diggs is kind of on the outs, it seems, with the Dallas Cowboys. James Slater's got some interesting information we'll get into when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. First, though, I got to talk to you about my good friends at Stevens Roofing. Stevens Roofing is, they're a family-owned company, local company, and they're absolute business since 1983. 1983 here in San Antonio and South Texas. That should tell you everything you need to know about their reputation, about their reliability, and all of those things. They are the absolute best. But now they've added solar to their repertoire, if you will. So if you've been thinking about doing solar panels, you need to call Stevens Roofing and Solar at 210-785-0994. You think you got a problem with your roof? You want to get it checked out? Stevens Roofing and Solar will do that, and they'll do it for free. You just give them a call. They'll send the team out. They'll let you know if there's any problems and how they can take care of those problems. You can't go wrong with Stevens Roofing and Solar. Give them a call, 210-785-0994, or you can get them online at stevensroofing.net.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday at noon, the Cowboys take on the Los Angeles Chargers at home in Arlington. Pre-game starts at 11. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Listen to this message I received.
First message.
This is Santa Claus. Hey, I'm calling to give you a heads up. Last Christmas, so many people asked me for a Connecticut water softener, but getting all those Connecticut units in and out of the sleigh, up and down the chimneys, it's not so good on my back. So I'm going to forward all those Connecticut wish lists directly to you. Here's Mrs. Claus.
Thanks again for installing our Connecticut. I just love how soft my man's beard is, and my skin feels silky smooth, even here at the North Pole.
Oh. So if it's okay with you, I'll handle the toys, you handle the water softeners.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit, and $400 off when you trade in your old water softener.
By the way, the elves just love your jingle.
Call 656 Pure Connecticut.
I'm not a fan of the gluten-free cookies. Bye-bye.
The last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656 Pure Connecticut.
License number 38961.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. This time of year is decision time for a lot of people, but it's also when you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, joining MediShare means saving about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. More than 1 million people are now part of healthcare sharing because it just makes so much sense, especially right now. And MediShare is the gold standard. Members like it a lot. We know this from member surveys. MediShare has been around for over 30 years. It is a proven thing. And if you join before December 31st and you mention the promo code SHARE, they'll waive your application fee, so you save $100 right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. Again, the deadline is December 31st, so call now. You'll save even more. Here's the number. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Ulta Beauty's big holiday beauty sale is back with up to 50% off must-have gifts. Shop irresistible deals like the Shark Beauty Flex Style and Benefit Cosmetics travel size mascaras. With new offers weekly, same-day pickup or delivery, and our trusted associates, we make holiday shopping effortless. Head into Ulta Beauty today. Ulta Beauty. Gifting happens here.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Friday on the Morning Huddle. Guess what starts tonight? College football playoffs. We'll talk about that.
The real nervousness begins, right? Oh, my goodness. We also got Spurs playing and nut-cutting time in the NFL. Lots to talk about. Get here early. The party is.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
I can't think of a better place to be on a Thursday afternoon than 90 Proof Bar and Grill. That's where we are, courtesy of our friends from Flight by Yuengling. I'm Joe Reinigle. He's Jason Minix. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, 3 games left in the regular season for the Dallas Cowboys. Well, I would like to see a Joe Milton play some, although now that I'm going to the Chargers game on Sunday, I'd rather see Dak Prescott, to be honest. But I still want to see Joe Milton play, but because I want to know what they have. But the Cowboys did make and subtly announced a major change today. Eberflus, the soon-to-be ex-defensive coordinator, is moving upstairs to the press box for these final 3 games. And White Cotton is going to be the guy that's making the adjustments on the field and interacting with the players. Now, he is the one guy on the staff that you feel like could take over as defensive coordinator if they were going to promote from within. And getting caught up on Hard Knocks in season, I thought it was pretty interesting that White Cotton was the one featured in there. Wow. Talking about he's defensive line coach, and he's standing up in the meeting room, and guys, we lost that game. We lost because of us. I mean, it was like, all right. And I'm looking, I'm going, all right, and now you're the name I keep hearing is the potential DC. Found it odd. You were the one featured on Hard Knocks. By the way, the Hard Knocks curse, Brandon Aubrey, him and his wife and some other guys sitting around the table talking about his career, and then he goes out and misses 2. It's the Hard Knocks curse for him. I digress. But it is a major change, and Eberflus is the one that kind of just mentioned it during his press conference. They're like, yeah, I'm going to move upstairs. It's closer to the bathroom. Food's better up there. No, that is a major change from a coach who has said before he prefers to be on the sideline. Being up in the press box area does give you a different vantage point and you can see things develop like, I don't know, all the things that we see on video better from up top than on the field. But it's the interaction with the players that every coach on the sideline says they don't want to lose. I don't know that he volunteered to move upstairs. In fact, I think Brian Schottenheimer is tired of looking at him. You know, you go back to that video when Schottenheimer calls a timeout, and you can clearly read his lips when he looks at Eberflus and says, "What the are you doing?" I think now he just doesn't want to look at him anymore.
I think Cowboy fans all over the place have been doing that all season long. What the hell are you doing? Look, this just signals to me that get up in the booth if it's a good place for you. But I think Shotty wants to see what White Cotton can do. You're talking about Joe Milton playing quarterback. I think Shotty wants to see White Cotton in action, see him interact with the players, see him relay the messages from, if it is Eberflus or whoever it's coming from. That's what I think this is. I don't think Eberflus is long for the Dallas Cowboys, and they want to figure out if they've already got the guy in-house to take over. That's all this is. Eberflus wouldn't have gone upstairs unless Shotty told him to do so, and Shotty did. So this is an audition, as far as I'm concerned, for White Cotton to see what he can do and how he reacts and interacts with the players. And, well, Matt, see ya.
Well, and again, for Aaron White Cotton, if he's going to be the one that is handling or the main person handling defensive adjustments, it could be a combination of things. I'm sure we'll get a less than truthful answer from Stephen Jones when he joins us later today at 4:30. But it is a major change. And quite frankly, you've seen coaches before go from the field to upstairs, or a lot of times you'll see a coach that's been upstairs come down to the field. Different coaches have their preferences. It feels like Eberflus' preference is to be on the sideline. And I can say that pretty confidently because he had the choice when they started. You want to be upstairs or do you want to be down here? No, I want to be down here. And coaches will tell you, you're talking to players. You're looking at them in their eyes. You're seeing their body language in a different way. You're able to communicate a little bit better. And I think the way the Cowboys did this, and I say this subtle, I mean, Eberflus kind of announced his move. I don't want to call it a demotion because he still has the title defensive coordinator. But the other part of it, Aaron White Cotton will be handling most of or in charge of the defensive adjustments. I mean.
Well, that tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
I mean, while they're not calling it a demotion, it is. I mean, it is. I don't see how you could look at it any other way. And I don't know what Eberflus's responsibility is going to be on the headset up in the booth, other than maybe just taking a look. But if you're Eberflus, you got the writing's on the wall.
Well, and again, after 1 year, and Eberflus did say today, you know, he and Brian Schottenheimer came up with the decision. Quote, we think it's going to be a good adjustment. I mean, he told me, I'm told this is what we're doing. Part of me, depending on how this defense plays, unless a decision has already been made. But I also go back to knowing Jerry Jones the way we do. He does not like to fire coaches, and he constantly talks about continuity. And he hires people that he's comfortable with, that he has a history with, which is why Eberflus got the job to begin with. He had been there before. He got out of the building. He had success in Indy. He was a head coach. He wasn't successful there. He's available. Jerry likes to hire people that he knows. And he doesn't like to let people go, and he wants continuity. I don't know if 1 year, quite honestly, is fair on one hand. On the other hand, what the hell is the difference? Do we need another year to know that this hasn't been good? And part of it, I'll go back. I give Eberflus a pass on the piss poor play we saw from that defense the first couple of weeks because no Micah Parsons and the injuries, and he wasn't playing with everything that he thought. But a good coach will make adjustments and get more out of the players that he have. You need an example? Look at the San Francisco 49ers, the injuries that they have had, and what they're able to do right now with a coordinator worth his salt.
It's a perfect example. And Eberflus doesn't adjust. We were talking about this 5 games into the season. where they're running this zone and people are picking them apart. They're making average quarterbacks look like stars. And he never did anything to adjust to that. And I just that was the biggest problem with it. Now you've got some people in there, and the defense still sucks. Now granted, the secondary is still bad. Deron Bland has not played well since he got his big contract. Diggs has been who the hell knows where he's been. And so the secondary is not good. Linebacking crew is still not good, with the exception maybe of Overshown, but I haven't really seen him stand out, to be honest with you. So there's still some issues there that they've got to address. But again, Robert Saleh in San Francisco has made it work, smoke and mirrors, and that team is rolling defensively with nobody. And here you've got Eberflus. I just don't see how you can sit there and tell Matt Eberflus, all right, we're going to give you another year. How do you sell that to anybody, including your defensive players and or the fans? It's impossible.
Well, and again, I'm with you, but it's also Jerry Jones. And good coaches adjust to the players that they have. And, Deron Bland did not all of a sudden become a bad player. He's in a system that isn't good for Deron Bland. I think you could say the same for Trevon Diggs. And I thought it was pretty telling the other day when Jerry Jones, and I'm paraphrasing Jerry, obviously, saying, Diggs is good, but he likes the freelance to go make the big play. And when he does, it's a big play. But when he misses, it's a big play the other way. And that gambling type mentality got Diggs paid. There was a time where he was getting interceptions left and right, or deflected passes and PBUs and whatnot. And if he gambles and loses, it's like when you're going all in and but you take the good with the bad with the talented player. But the system, and Diggs talked about this from the get-go, man, this system isn't the right one for Diggs. And then, of course, the concussion, the accident at home, all that other stuff, all the different things that you read and hear. Nobody from the Cowboys have said what has really happened, which is unusual for the Cowboys to keep a secret. Diggs isn't shedding any light. His practice window is open. In fact, if he's not active on Sunday against the Chargers, his season is over. He has been saying all the right things. Heard him that he wants to be a Cowboy and that he's ready to go. He just has to go show the coaches he's ready. Jane Slater apparently had a long conversation with Trevon Diggs yesterday. And this is what Jane Slater from the NFL Network was saying last night about her conversation with Diggs.
There are two sides to every story, and we really haven't talked to Trevon Diggs yet. And I wanted to make it clear I did talk to him today, and I want to clear some things up. There have been a lot of rumors about how Trevon Diggs got injured at home. After speaking with him, I think it's really important that I put this out there. His version is far less nefarious than some of the rumors that have been floating around on the internet, and it's affecting him. And to some extent, he wants that cleared up. Is he healthy? Diggs says he is. Why is he once again on the injury report with a knee issue? Well, according to him, he's been a full go, but conceded that he, Brian Schottenheimer, and Matt Eberflus discussed his mistakes in practice and cover two. The way he has played, though, has them questioning the health of the knee. Now, Jerry Jones on 105.3 The Fan this week said as much, saying, quote, Diggs has a very unique way he continues to play on the team. He'll go away from the scheme to make a great play, and when he doesn't make that play, you can have a bad play. Now, Diggs also concedes his talents at corner may not be his strengths in cover two, but he tells me he's working on it and wants to be here. With effort and communication, perhaps this gets fixed, but right now they are working with guys like Savone Ravel and Kalen Carson as they look to the future because for all intents and purposes at this point, they're eliminated from the postseason. Now, I'm told that they would love for Trevon to fit here and find his path forward with us, but there is a clear and certain path that must be upheld. And the message there is, guys, there is a scheme. They need him to fit into it. But there are a lot of rumors and conspiracies that are floating around. And I can tell you right now, it is getting to Trevon. So I think it's important that we bring some of this up.
It's getting to Trevon.
Well,
poor Trevon.
He's human.
Well, I guess, but I mean, look, the guy's not doing something, or he would be on the field.
Well, I think
he's getting paid, and he's not doing something that Brian Schottenheimer approves of or doesn't approve of, whatever the case may be, or he'd be on the field.
Well, I think you basically just heard it there from what Jane said and what we've heard from Jerry. I mean, this is the system that we're running. He doesn't want to play in that system, so he's doing his own thing when he's out there. And that leads to bad things. He's got to follow the system that his employer has put in place. I think all of us at some point, no matter where you work, whatever you do, there's a system, and you wonder, why do we do it this way? This other way is so much different. I'm better in this other system. All right, cool. But this is the system we're running. You get on board or you're going to sit on the bench. And he wants to do his own thing. You know, he's a big superstar in his mind. And so he doesn't want to, he knows better than the coach. And it just doesn't work that way. I think it's pretty clear from what Jerry has said and, you know, that Jane Slater report that he doesn't want to be a cover 2 guy. That's not his strength. He doesn't like it. And he wants to do his own thing. So no matter what it's called, he's doing his own thing. You know, it's like when you're at the blackjack table, and we all know how to play blackjack, but you got some guy that's going to sit there that's going to trust his gut, and he's going to hit or hold when or stay when he shouldn't, because he knows better.
Well, yeah, I see the example you're making. Yeah, but yeah, I like to tell guys like that, hey, when you pay for me to play blackjack, I'll play how you want me to. And to that point, Trevon Diggs is getting paid by the Dallas Cowboys. You do what they want to. I don't like that. Well, it's not good for me. This system is not good for me. Adjust. You're a professional football player. And if you can't adjust, then go somewhere else. And I just think that that's where this is going to go anyway. And I just don't see Trevon Diggs being a member of the Dallas Cowboys next year. I think he's going to be gone. And whether they bring in a new defensive coordinator or not, I think Trevon Diggs is gone.
See, I was about to say, except for if they make a move at defensive coordinator, then he could stay with the Cowboys if the new defensive coordinator is running a system that better fits Diggs. And I say that, the quote that Jane Slater gave, they see a future with him if he's on board with the system or whatever it is she said. So I think if there is a new defensive coordinator, and I hope there is, does that new defensive coordinator want Trevon Diggs, and how is he going to use him? And I think there could be a future. I mean, right now, it seems like there's a lot of hurt feelings and bad blood and unhappiness, especially with number 7. He seems unhappy, and you get the best out of your players when they're unhappy. But I do see a chance for him to be on the roster next year, depending on who the defensive coordinator is. If it's Eberflus, then yeah, I think he's gone. If it's White Cotton who says, yeah, but I really like what Eberflus has done with the defense, I'm just going to tweak some things, this is what we're doing, then he could be gone. If it's a whole new defensive coordinator, then, you know, depending on the system, I do think there is a chance for him to stay, especially because he has said that he wants to be there, and, you know, he just kind of wants to play in a system that he knows he is better at. And the Cowboys, Jane Slater, and you've heard Jerry and Steven both say that they see a future with him. But, of course, they're always going to say that at this point of year. What are they going to say? No, man, we can't wait to get rid of that SOB, right? They just don't do that.
No, they don't do that, although I think Jerry has all but said that. To be honest with you, it's not up to Trevon Diggs as to what system the Cowboys run. It's not. And if that's his feeling, let him go find another team to play for that plays in the system that he feels like he's good at. And I'll be honest with you, Jason, I just don't see a Trevon Diggs being a good fit because he can't stay healthy. And I don't know, his fault, bad luck, whatever you want to throw that on, he can't stay healthy. He's injured all the time. And I think it'd be better for the Cowboys. You got 2 young players they're trying to develop. You can go out and draft another defensive back and use some of your capital to bring somebody in. I think Trevon Diggs is done in Dallas.
It'll be interesting to see. And the injury part, man, you're right about that. He has been hurt a lot. But at some point, He's either going to get healthy and have a great year, and if he does that and he doesn't have a star in his helmet, we'll all kick ourselves as fans going, and the other part, if he can't get healthy, he'll be retired and on TV probably doing something somewhere.
Trevon Diggs?
Sure. I mean, he'll have a podcast.
Well, he may have a podcast, but he doesn't have the personality for that. He's not the most talkative dude in the world.
You know, I there are times when depending on the setting that he's in, you know, like when he was doing the podcast with Micah, he does have some personality. Right now, when he's doing interviews, man, that dude is guarded. I think if he were to unleash a little bit, and if he had the feeling like he had the freedom to be a little unleashed, I think he actually probably could do pretty good at television. See, you get stuff in your head, man. You don't let. I just go back to, you know, when he was featured on Hard Knocks with his kid. When he's been on this show before. Look, I mean, and all these guys end up doing a podcast or TV somewhere.
Cowboy fans, and maybe this is how it is with every team. You fall in love with these guys, and they can do no wrong.
Who says that?
I'm just saying. That's the way that it is. Trevon Diggs, the Cowboys would be better off if he left. Let him go.
Exactly. Chokes you up thinking about it. I mean, just saying goodbye to him. I'm with you there.
No, it's not going to choke me up. I mean, Micah Parsons is gone. I was happy about that. That's a good thing. It's turned out pretty good.
Yeah, they're not in the playoffs.
Well, everybody says Green Bay's going to fold. I mean, now that Micah's gone, Green Bay's in the garbage now.
Yeah,
they didn't get the playoffs when Micah was there.
Last year
they didn't get the playoffs.
That's what I said. Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever,
they didn't do anything in the playoffs when they got there.
Micah, that would have been great. I would have loved to have seen him sign with the Cowboys, $40 million, and then hear Jerry cry about it the next 3 years, how they have no salary cap money. Now they have some. They can improve this team dramatically in the offseason. The best thing Jerry's ever done was get rid of Micah Parsons. That
Candy Lee.
Perfect. Fantastic.
Stop it.
A lot going on in the NFL this weekend for sure, including a big game, Rams Seahawks tonight, a battle for first place out west and for that number one seed in the NFC. It is a huge game tonight, and there's a lot to talk about, including Cam Ward. He wants to make or be part of the decision on a new head coach. We're talking about that and a whole lot more. We continue here live from 90 Proof Bar and Grill right here off Highway 90. Our friends from Flight by Yuengling are here. Come on out, win some prizes, have some cold flight, and you're going to enjoy yourself. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, we do have a big game tonight, Rams and Seahawks. You want to make that game more exciting? Make sure you're playing along on Underdog, the best place to get in on all the action, make your picks, and win money right here in Texas, and it's easy to do. All you have to do is pick if your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on stats, passing yards, receiving yards, rushing yards, touchdowns, interceptions. Remember Sam Darnold and all the picks he threw last time he played the Rams. Get your picks right. You can win up to 5,000 times your cash. Plus, with Underdog Unwrapped, you'll unwrap tons of promos all throughout the holidays, and they're kicking it off with a boost for Jake Paul's big fight on Friday night. So download the Underdog app. Use promo code STAR to score $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to sasportstar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an audience national contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football giveaway. Register and win at sasportstar.com.
How about them Cowboys? We rise as one in Texas, sporting handed-down silver and blue jerseys. We come together for America's team every time they take the field. So let's share a round of Jim Beam and lemonade on game day together, because people are good for you, especially for us in Cowboys country. Presented by Jim Beam, bringing fans together across Cowboys country. 40% alcohol by volume. Copyright 2024, James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky. Drink smart.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedic. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/play.
The holiday season has a way of taking you back in time. For me, the smell of wood burning in the fireplace, my mom filling the house with classic Christmas music from country legends, and the sight of my dad wrapping presents on Christmas Eve bring back the best holiday memories. It's those little memories filled with joy and love that make Christmas the most magical time of the year. I'm John Hazen, CEO at Boot Barn, and we're wishing you a Merry Christmas filled with joyful memories. Boot Barn, share the West.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. This time of year is decision time for a lot of people, but it's also when you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, joining MediShare means saving about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. More than 1 million people are now part of healthcare sharing because it just makes so much sense, especially right now. And MediShare is the gold standard. Members like it a lot. We know this from member surveys. MediShare has been around for over 30 years. It is a proven thing. And if you join before December 31st and you mention the promo code SHARE, they'll waive your application fee, so you save $100 right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. Again, the deadline is December 31st, so call now. You'll save even more. Here's the number. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
From a fender bender to a total loss, Davis Law Firm has a team of expert attorneys ready to get you back on the road with the verdict or settlement you deserve. Y hablamos español. Want more? Call the Fours. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio, 444-4444.
Back here at 90 Proof Bar and Grill off Highway 90 with our friends from Flight by Yuengling. That's where we are today. That's where you should be today. Come on out and see us. Get registered for some great prizes. Kanga coolers. We've got the backpack cooler that turns into a chair. We've got, what do you call these things again? They're not a koozie. They're
a slim can.
Slim can? Is that what it is?
Slim can koozie.
What is it?
A brume. A brume. I don't know.
Brume.
It's a hide can.
Anyway, you put a Flight by Yuengling in there, all right?
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
And it'll keep it cold.
It's exactly what it is.
Call it whatever you want.
Yeah. It's free.
It's free.
It's free.
If you get out here, get registered, and come on out and see us here at 90 Proof Bar and Grill.
And you know what else we have?
What else?
And we kind of need these. It's dark in here.
Wow.
Oh, 90 Proof Bar and Grill flashlights.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like a keychain, is it?
It's a keychain flashlight.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Dude, you interrogating me or what?
Officer?
How many beers have you had tonight, son?
None. I've just had a few samples.
That's it. Absolutely. Come on out and see us. You will be glad that you did. It's Thursday. It's the weekend for all intents and purposes.
Hey, look, a gazillion of you, including me, will fall next week. So it's almost vacation time.
That's right. It's the holidays. Come on out and get in the holiday spirit with us. Beer Santa is here. It's a perfect name for him this time of year. Yeah, we need to buy Beer Santa a beard and maybe a red hat.
He said beard, not beer, sir.
Beard.
He's got selective hearing, like all married men.
Yeah, well, exactly right.
Now,
Yes.
'tis the season to not get fired, but it certainly has happened. Let's talk about it with some breaking news. Big firing on the 40 acres. Steve Sarkisian has fired his defensive coordinator, Pete Kwiatkowski, and defensive back coach Dwayne Akina. Oh, it's huge. You want a bigger news? Will Muschamp is returning to the 40 acres as the new defensive coordinator, that according to the university.
That's incredible. Will Muschamp?
Yeah, he's back.
Wow. Now, look, he was good when he was there before. As the DC. Then he left to try and be a head coach at a couple of different places. But Dwayne Akina, Minix, has been at the University of Texas for as long as I can remember.
I want to say, I mean, without looking it up, was he there with Fred Akers? Was he there with, I mean, it feels like Akina's been there for a long time. I'm curious, though, because I look at the Longhorns' issues this year, and there were some times where you question the defense, but who doesn't? But this is a surprising move. But also, I wonder, when you think about Will Muschamp as defensive coordinator, those were some of the top defenses in the country. Texas was ranked number 3 and went to the BCS National Championship game in 2009 under Will Muschamp as the defensive coordinator. I kind of wonder, was Will Muschamp available? All right, well, let's fire a guy, or were they going to fire him and then go? I don't know. I mean, to me, it's a little bit surprising. Okay, and you got to go help them get registered. You can't just sit there and point. They don't know what they're pointing at. Sorry, we're training the new guy. Yeah,
training the new guy.
Yeah, and you got to watch out for cords when you stand up. I wish that was on video.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
I think it's interesting. Will Muschamp, and I don't know what kind of a relationship he and Sark have, but obviously they have one. But to fire Dwayne Akina and your defensive coordinator, I didn't think defense was the problem this year, quite frankly. I mean, there were some times where the defense didn't look that good, but I thought the defense overall was pretty good. It was more on the offensive side of the ball where the problems were. So, but Sark making a change today. We'll see what happens. Will Muschamp, obviously a good defensive brain. So here we go.
Yeah, again, a surprising move, and a move that I don't know that a lot of people were hearing any rumblings that this could be a possibility. You know, signing day is over. Portal season is about to begin. But to make that move, and again, if we would have just knew, all right, Pete, you're out, you know, to get a press release of the firing of and the hiring of all in one press release really makes me wonder, Will Muschamp, he was available. Cool, we're going to bring you on. And Pete, love you, man, but I found something better. That's got to be how this all went down.
I suppose. I don't know. Don't know Pete from a hole in the wall. But again, I thought the defense was pretty solid. So obviously Sark didn't, and he wanted to make a change. So we'll see how that plays out next season. Yeah, Horn's getting some good news. I guess this could be considered good news if you're Will Muschamp. And folks that remember him and how good his defenses were. And then, of course, Arch Manning saying he's coming back to the 40 acres as well. So some good news in the offseason for the Horns.
Yeah, and Longhorn fans, tell us how you feel about this. To me, surprising news. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. If you're watching on YouTube, you can always comment there. Go to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, and while you're there, hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And make sure you're watching on Saturday night for the 72-ounce steak challenge. That will be live. Pledge, you're going to put that on YouTube and Facebook, or YouTube or Facebook?
Gonna put it where I can. If it only lets me do one, probably YouTube.
All right. Well, let's just make a call.
YouTube.
Right. Yeah.
Call made.
All right. Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. Simple. I mean, because you got to do all the technical producer stuff before you try to down a 72-ounce steak and all the fixins.
Dude, I saw a video of a girl that's about half the size of Minix.
125. Not quite half the size. Not double the size either.
Doing this challenge and succeeding.
She did it in 40 minutes and 35 seconds, I think.
Pledge, no pressure, man. But this girl was not bigger than a minute.
And she was very casual about the way she was putting that steak away.
You a little nervous, Pledge?
No, I'm good.
All right.
I'm ready.
Just making sure.
He's ready. He's been fasting.
Starving.
Big game tonight in the NFL, and then you think about this weekend. I am curious. I wasn't, but now I kind of want to watch the Dolphins this weekend just to see how Quinn Ewers would do. And you talk about a locker room that seems a little upset. Tyreek Hill with a kind of a cryptic post on social media after Tua got benched, and Zach Wilson, he's frustrated because he's not starting. They went with Quinn Ewers.
Yeah, well, okay. Who cares? I think Tyreek Hill, the way I read his post, he was happy about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, hey, see ya, adios, peace out kind of thing. I don't think he and Tua got along very well at all, Tyreek Hill and Tua. So I think Tyreek Hill's happy about the fact that Tua is now on the pine. Problem for the Dolphins is, what do you do now? Do you just eat that money and try and start over the way Denver did with Russell Wilson, or do you hope that Tua improves? Because the guy, look, he hasn't. He has not been a good quarterback in the NFL, and it's just very inconsistent. And you paid him all that money anyway.
You did. And again, at some point, the trend of you're next, you get paid is going to end.
Yes.
And quite frankly, although Trevor Lawrence is starting to finally have that kind of season, you know what I mean? But in reality, you look at all those quarterbacks that got paid and throw Dak Prescott in there, and the playoff success just isn't there. That's, the idea of getting it while you got a guy on a rookie deal. Look at Denver versus, look at the Bengals now. They got to a Super Bowl when Joe Burrow was on his rookie deal, but what have they done since he's been paid? Pay a couple other wide receivers, not fix your defense, and not make the playoffs.
All of the above is true. And obviously you've seen what Joe Burrow has done. 2 weeks in a row now, just kind of putting out a very depressing message on the podium where, if I'm not having fun, I don't know why I want to do this.
The message is, somebody come save me from Cincinnati.
Well,
if Micah can get traded, so can I.
Well, that or Cincinnati, you better do something or I'm going to get the hell out of here.
Trade me.
Well, and that would be nice. And there's, I don't know, think about teams that have a quality quarterback, but there'll be a lot of teams out there that would be interested in one Joey Burrow.
Oh, absolutely. And again, would you rather make a trade for a Joe Burrow or take your chance on one of these guys that are coming out of college? Because this is going to be another light quarterback class, just like last year's. And last year's number one overall pick, former UIW Cardinal Cam Ward of the Tennessee Titans, he wants a say in who the next head coach of the Tennessee Titans will be.
I want to meet all of them. Every coach who's going to get the opportunity to come here, I want to meet them, have conversations throughout the whole process with them, because that's someone that I'm going to be here with, for that time. So we got to just continue to, me being around and being open to no matter whoever we try to hire, because I know at the end of the day, who we do hire is going to be the right fit for us, whether it's a defensive person or offensive person. They're going to make sure that every person, in the right place and make sure that every person is set up for success.
Conversations already with Mike and Chad about wanting to be involved with this, or maybe what some of the qualities you might want?
Yeah, I've had conversations with them about wanting to be involved. They know how much I want to be involved. And then especially just not even with the scheme part of it, just, as the head coach, who he is on an everyday basis. And then we'll get into, the scheme, what, I know I'm good at, what I want to do, what he thinks, will also help me.
Look, I don't think that's an unreasonable request. He is the quarterback of the Tennessee Titans. You want to get along with the head coach. You want to make sure that head coach is, some of the, similar ideas, or at least something that Cam Ward likes to hear. So I don't think that's an unreasonable request at all.
I think superstars have that pull with the franchise. And while Cam Ward is not yet a superstar, being a number one overall pick, a quarterback, and at that position, the Titans committed to him. And so they've got to go find a coach that is there. Plus, just knowing Cam Ward as long as we have from his time in Incarnate Word, how he has developed into a leader. And a lot of those, not necessarily about what can make me better, but the scheme, the personality, all of that comes into play. And I think if you're the organization, you want your quarterback to be involved and care. That was the other part, that you could just tell he cares. And I know losing the way they are, he ain't happy with the results, even though they are a bad football team.
Well, the good news there is you get a new head coach in there. You're going to have a high draft pick. You get yourself a nice offensive weapon that Cam Ward can use because the Titans need somebody like that. I mean, there's a lot of areas they have needs, but you get yourself a good offensive weapon, and things all of a sudden get a little bit easier for your quarterback, and then you can build around that. And so the Titans, I think they found their guy at quarterback now. They've just the slow build around him and getting that team where it needs to be is good. Look, and it doesn't have to take that long. And I'll just point up the road to New England. Mike Vrabel comes in there 1 year. They gave him some money to spend. He spent it, and now look at where the Patriots are.
Well, Chicago and Ben Johnson. It can be done, and I think the part of that a lot of us don't really give a lot of consideration to. When you're a first-place team, you get a first-place schedule. When you're a fourth-place team, you get a fourth-place schedule within your division. And you see Denver benefiting from a bit of a softer schedule. Chicago is the same way. Next year, the Chiefs are going to have a softer schedule. And that's the league is designed. And I know with 17 games, the math doesn't work. But the league is designed for everybody to be 8-8. And out of that 8-8, you're going to have, a handful of teams that are going to get to 12-ish. And you're going to have a handful of teams that are going to get to 4-ish. But it's designed to have everybody kind of middle of the road, if you will, which is why every year you see teams go from last place to first place.
That's absolutely right. And, as I was saying that about the New England Patriots, I'm going, wow, the Tennessee Titans had Mike Vrabel at one time.
Yeah, they did.
Wow, the geniuses there in the organization, Amy, let that dude walk away. In fact, they told him to get out. They fired his ass. Unbelievable. Now look what he's doing in New England. It's just nuts.
Relax.
All right, I'm good.
That's your team. I hear the frustration.
If you used to be a quarterback.
I did?
I said if.
Oh.
I know in the dream you had last night, perhaps you were. And now everybody's calling you cocaine quarterback.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. This is crazy. They're making a movie or a documentary or whatever the hell it is about cocaine quarterback. We'll tell you what it is and what it's all about when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The cool thing about being here at 90 Proof Bar and Grill, we're not too far away from the Golf Club of Texas. And we had our after party here when we had our golf tournament at the Golf Club of Texas last year. This is a great place. The Golf Club of Texas is a great place. And as I look outside the window right now, I would love to be at the Golf Club of Texas right now. I don't know, looking at a birdie putt, something like that, teeing up a drive that I could
dreams.
Yeah, I could smash down the fairway, beating Pledge one more time. I mean, all of those things could be possible on a day like this, and they could certainly be possible out at the Golf Club of Texas. If you haven't been out there lately, you haven't been out there. I'm going to tell you that. They have done so many things to improve that golf course. It is incredible. It looks like a country club. It is not open to the public 7 days a week. So if you can't play golf on the weekend, you can play on a Monday, a Tuesday, a Friday, a Thursday, whatever. Any day that ends in Y, you can go out to the Golf Club of Texas and play some golf. Go out there hungry, though, because the Tin Cup Bar and Grill is a fantastic place to have lunch or dinner, or both for that matter. Cocktails, anything that you want, and a huge selection of ice-cold beer. The Golf Club of Texas, you know exactly where it is. It's right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. Whether it's for dinner at the Tin Cup or around with your buddies, maybe you want to have your next tournament out there, go check them out. Best rates, always online at golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
Riding I-10 with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com.
San Antonio, the holidays are here, and so are the perfect gifts. The Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop has everything you need to shop for everyone on your list. Jerseys, hats, hoodies, jackets, and more, all ready to wrap and put under the tree. Find them at any of their 4 locations: River Center, North Star Mall, Ingram Park Mall, and Hebner Oak Shopping Center. They're open 7 days a week. Holiday shopping made easy. Only at the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. This time of year is decision time for a lot of people, but it's also when you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, joining MediShare means saving about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. More than 1 million people are now part of healthcare sharing because it just makes so much sense, especially right now. And MediShare is the gold standard. Members like it a lot. We know this from member surveys. MediShare has been around for over 30 years. It is a proven thing. And if you join before December 31st and you mention the promo code SHARE, they'll waive your application fee, so you save $100 right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline is December 31st, so call now. You'll save even more. Here's the number. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Blue Star Tequila, the world's first and only 100% night harvested agave. And you might be saying, well, why do I care when it's harvested? It allows the agave to be harvested while it's resting and out of the brutal heat. Benefits to workers who would normally work into the heat of the day. It's just better for the flavoring. And speaking of flavoring, it's 100% additive free. No flavoring, sweetening, or coloring added, and it's unfiltered. Live your life unfiltered and do it with Blue Star Tequila. Find Blue Star Tequila at Alamo City Liquors, Costco, Specs, and Total Wine.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Rollins, were you at the fight?
You know, to tell you the absolute truth, no one called me.
Were you just sitting there on your couch?
Technically, I was laying in bed with my supermodel wife in a mattress full of money. And
was she nude or was she clothed?
She was nude.
She was nude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You should have seen it. You guys should have been there.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show, Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Texas has fired defensive coordinator Pete Kwiatkowski and hired former defensive coordinator Will Muschamp as the Horns' new DC. Interesting. San Antonio Spurs return to action tonight against the Washington Wizards. Tip-off from the Frost Bank Center is set for 7 o'clock. And De'Aaron Fox was named to the All-NBA Cup tournament team after averaging 22 points, 7 assists, helping the Spurs to a 5-2 record.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minutes.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Live at the 90 Proof Bar and Grill. That's where we are today. Courtesy of our friends from Flight by Yuengling. They're out here. Beer Santa's here, giving away stuff. He's reached deep into his pouch and pulled out a bunch of stuff, good stuff, to give away. All you got to do is come out here and register, and you can walk away with a great prize. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix.
And we're out here at 90 Proof Bar and Grill, Highway 90. I always say, why don't you ever come to our part of town? We'll come hang out with us. Be like Kenny. Kenny's like, man, I listen to you every day. You're never over here. Come in here, have a drink, register to win some free prizes, and hang out and get ready for a great football game tonight. Seahawks and Rams.
Big football game tonight. Now, Kenny, was he the guy that was over here just a minute ago, right?
Yeah.
He wanted to meet my hair.
He wanted to meet your hair.
And he did.
He literally said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good for him.
Yeah.
Maybe I need my own Twitter handle for that.
I mean, you get a lot of comments where you're like, there's so many ways I could answer this, but I just met you. And but yeah, that was, I want to meet your hair.
Well, it's at least he knew who I was. No.
Okay.
His hand would still be in there. Are you kidding? It's like a fly trap.
There are things that in this world that I'm not necessarily ready for. On 3, get this. This tweet just happened. Mario Craver has inked a contract extension with Texas A&M. The deal makes him the highest paid wide receiver in A&M history.
Wow.
I mean, just
does it say how much?
It doesn't. I know Billy Lucci quote tweets it from On 3 saying Craver is one of the key pieces that Mike Elko and the Aggies need back next fall. But the fact that, there's a graphic contract extension because these guys are in a contract. Highest paid in A&M history. But we have no idea how much. So how do we know if that's true or not? Right? But the idea that a college player is getting a contract extension and it's getting announced like, I don't know, an NFL extension without the details, or why not? He's coming back for another year, which is the way it probably should be. But no, he's under a contract extension.
Highest paid player in Texas A&M history. Well, good for him, and congratulations to him.
And congrats to Mike Elko.
I guess that he was able to get the money that, to pay this dude. I would assume it's a pretty large number.
Well, yeah, but I mean, again, without the details, all you can do is speculate. Is that $300,000 or $30 million or $3 million? Or
I have a feeling it's in the millions.
I mean, you would think, but he gets a cool graphic. Highest paid in A&M history.
Nice.
Cool.
Well, good for him, I guess.
Let's do the Headline Blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. 2 guys, 2 opinions, never enough time.
We got all the details about
Sharon Moore when he was getting fired from Michigan. And then Brian Smith fired for cause from Ohio. And then there weren't any details. Turnabout's fair play. Ohio University fired head football coach Brian Smith for having a romantic relationship with an undergraduate student and for an allegation that he was intoxicated during a public appearance.
Wow. Yeah, all those things are for cause. And I was telling you, I mean, when I was his age and what do you think? He's in his 30s, maybe?
He looks a little older, but it could be your age now. It doesn't matter.
Well, it does matter because I think I would better control myself. But if I'm a 30-something and I'm a coach at a college, dude.
I don't think it matters how old you are.
No, it does.
You're a man with a pulse.
It matters.
Yeah, you're a man with a pulse.
It matters.
And again, I mean, Jerome Moore was his assistant. I mean, this was an undergrad student.
Meaning 18, 19, 20?
Yeah, undergrads are undergrads. I mean, it could be an undergrad student that served in the military for 6 years before going to college. I don't know, but you hear undergrad and you think a 19-year-old.
Yes.
Part of you wants to high-five them, and part of you, what kind of idiot are you?
Wow.
Right?
Hey, so he was fired with cause.
Yeah.
And I don't know what kind of money he was making. Obviously, it wasn't as much as Sharon Moore, I wouldn't assume, but
still to lose your job.
Yes. Well, just thinking of an old saying my dad taught me.
Careful.
Mm-hmm. Thinking pull a freight train. I'm just saying.
It's a lot of power.
I can hear him now telling me that. Boy. Yeah.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, not overly happy with the NFL because of one of his celebrations.
It's a booger flicker. I honestly don't understand it. Now, I've seen him do it. I didn't realize that's what it was until he explains it today. I guess the NFL has told him to stop it. And it's like he picks his nose and then flicks it when he makes a big play.
Yeah, you can't, throat slash or pick your nose.
Yes.
Yeah. No fun league.
No fun league.
No
Come
fun
on.
league.
He's just chunking boogers.
So you remember that USC team, Leinart, Reggie Bush, Lendell White.
Sure.
Yeah, they had a dude on the team, a tight end, who was involved in the cartel. Widely known story. I'm curious if he's going to try to do something in San Antonio for the Valero Alamo Bowl with USC coming to town, trying to promote this new movie, Cocaine Quarterback. Because this dude got tied up with the NFL and in the NFL with the cartel, never made it to the NFL because that would have been a massive pay cut while he was calling shots for the cartel. But he goes on and he's doing an interview, and he tells a story about a guy who tried to pass drywall powder as cocaine. The cartel types weren't overly thrilled with that, and the guy that did that's no longer with us. In front of this guy, he says, I witnessed them cut his head off with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
That's when he realized he was in too deep.
Well, yeah, I would think so. Look, this dude, according to this article, was making $1 million a day.
Yeah.
A day.
Uh-huh.
Doing what he was doing. But you see some dude get his head lopped off with a chainsaw, that kind of changes your mind, doesn't it?
Well, he's done his jail time. Now he's out. Now it's
been 20 years in the slammer, or that's what his sentence was.
Going to do a movie. Probably a fairly interesting movie, too.
I would think so. I would think so.
Yep.
Now, I don't recall seeing in this article when that movie's coming out or anything like that, but I'll be looking for it for sure.
If he's doing promotions for it, it's got to be soon, right?
I would think so. I would think so.
Did you see, and I know nobody watched this, but North Carolina State last night, they crushed Texas Southern 108-72. Was the final score.
Guy's my new hero, man.
But the head coach, Will Wade, not in a celebratory mood in his post-game press conference.
Got a lot of nice guys. Got great team GPA. We got all that stuff. Over 3.0. Got all that stuff. It's wonderful. We're running a daycare. We got a lot of casual personalities on our team. We don't have people that are revved up and ready to go. I mean, I had one of the kids come to me, I'm tough. I said, you're not in the top 50 of the toughest players I've coached. Not even the top 50. I don't want to hear that. You ain't tough. You don't make the top 50. You would make the top 25 of the last 5 years of who I've coached. And I set out a year. Casual, lack of attention to detail, lack of focus. And that's great when you have somebody that sets the ACC record for made threes and the school record for made threes, but we're relying on hope that one of these cats is going to go ballistic every night. That's what we rely on, just hope. And hope's a bad strategy in my book.
Is it concerning that it's taking this long?
It ain't going. It's concerning it's taking this long and we're not there. And we got all high major games from here on out. Kindergarten's over. I mean, yeah, it's concerning.
My new hero right there, man. I'm telling you. Tell it like it is. Todd Bowles started it the other night with Tampa Bay. This guy from North Carolina State. I love it. You know, sometimes you gotta swat those players on their hiney.
Kindergarten's over.
And get them going, and let's go. I mean, my goodness. I love that. And they won by, what, 30, 40?
Yeah, 108-72.
Unbelievable.
So Will Wade is your new hero?
Well, that rant was fantastic.
I thought your new hero was a comedian named B.J. Owens and a bit he does on social media.
What's up, Fickle fan? BJ here with another Pooh review. This time I'm at Country Barbecue Express here in High Point. Let's take a look around, man. We got some GP here. It is well stocked, so well stocked that they got extra. This is that kind that's dimple, so it's textured for your pleasure. You can see where somebody had it set up. They don't have any ass gaskets, so somebody was doing the best they could. Handicap rail, it is clean. It smells good. Let's take a look at the crack. Oh, yeah, that's good for the poopers and not for the peepers, which is what we're always after. But they do got a drain in the floor, and they got a guard over it to keep the Ninja Turtle from coming up and getting you.
Ninja Turtle. That's enough.
So this dude, I guess TikTok or one of the socials, and he reviews bathrooms. That's what he does.
Public bathrooms. He calls them poo reviews. And, you know, Ryan Eagle search history, the algorithm showed up, and he was laughing his ass off.
There was that guy, the ass, what did he say? Gasket?
Yes.
I don't know many bathrooms that have that anymore, especially public ones. You know, where you pull that thing out of the like a towel and set it on the toilet seat.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I thought that was kind of funny, but you know what? That dude's probably making a hell of a lot more money than you and I are by reviewing public restrooms.
I mean, the poo reviews.
I'm just saying he's probably got a hell of a following.
I mean,
making money hand over fist.
Go to Buc-ee's, my friend.
Well, you don't have to go to Buc-ee's. You know the bathroom's good there. It's like at the airport in Baltimore the other day. On the outside, they had a sign of how many stalls were available.
Absolutely.
I'm like, I didn't know that was a thing.
Although one of the guys in the group was really pissed. A very nice bathroom. Better. Better. I didn't sit. I stood. But it was one of the more impressive airport bathrooms I've seen. And then the technology, when, you know, the stall was available, it let you know you didn't have to wait in line. And then he complained about the one-ply crap toilet paper that they had, you know. And there was a timer in there, man. Don't be in there for 18 minutes.
There's a timer?
I'm kidding. We were joking about that.
Well, I would hope not.
There should be a timer in there.
No.
There really should be.
I'm good with enjoying myself
in a public bathroom.
Well, not in
do
a public
your business
bathroom.
And get out, man, because you know somebody else is off schedule too. So
I try not to do that in a public bathroom. I'm talking about my own bathroom.
Yeah,
I'll sit in there for a while. You get lost in Instagram reels.
Look, once your legs get numb, man, it's time to get up and get about your business.
It depends if you're done or not.
You better be done. You better be done.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, we're live at the 90 Proof Bar and Grill right out here in Highway 90, courtesy of our friends from Flight by Yuengling. Beer Santa, he's got all kinds of prizes that we're giving away. All you have to do is come in here. We'll get you registered, and we're going to be drawing for said prizes coming up here shortly. So get on down here, have a cold beer. I tell you what, a lot of folks in here right now enjoying themselves, having a nice Thursday afternoon. They even got games of skill over here that you can try your hand at if you are so inclined to do that. But get on down here, 90 Proof Bar and Grill. That's where we are. When we come back, San Antonio Spurs, well, they lost the Cup championship just the other night. They're back in action tonight at home. We're talking about it when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Friday on the Morning Huddle. Guess what starts tonight? College football playoffs. We'll talk about that.
The real nervousness begins, right? Oh, my goodness. We also got Spurs playing and nut-cutting time in the NFL. Lots to talk about. Get here early. Party is at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
So you need last-minute gifts. No judgment. Get an extra 25% off during Kohl's Friends and Family Sale and find great gifts under $20. Like something cozy, something thoughtful, something that says you planned this all along. Yep, you're just one quick trip away from checking off the last gifts on your list. Save now at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Select styles. Offer ends December 24th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Hornitos Tequila and America's team have one major thing in common. Everyone can enjoy them. They weren't made just to have a few fans, but to gather people who love high-quality, real Texas football and premium fresh-pressed agave tequila. It's for all our fans. Whether you live in Texas or not, or sip your Hornitos in a Paloma or straight, it's 100% agave tequila for 100% of Dallas Cowboys fans. Hornitos, the tequila de todos. Drink smart. Hornitos Tequila, 40% alcohol by volume. 2025 Salsa Tequila Import Company, Chicago, Illinois.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Listen to this message I received.
First message.
This is Santa Claus. Hey, I'm calling to give you a heads up. Last Christmas, so many people asked me for a Kinetico water softener, but getting all those Kinetico units in and out of the sleigh, up and down the chimneys, well, it's not so good on my back. So I'm going to forward all those Kinetico wish lists directly to you. Here's Mrs. Claus.
Thanks again for installing our Kinetico. I just love how soft my man's beard is, and my skin feels silky smooth, even here at the North Pole.
So if it's okay with you, I'll handle the toys, you handle the water softeners.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit, and $400 off when you trade in your old water softener.
By the way, the elves just love your jingle.
Call 656-PURE Kinetico.
I'm not a fan of the gluten-free cookies. Bye-bye.
The last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE Kinetico.
License number 38961.
Davis Law Firm secures important verdicts and settlements for Texans hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck. Many in the millions of dollars. No case is too big or too small. And remember, there's no fee unless we win. So if you want more, call the Fours. Davis Law Firm San Antonio, 444-4444.
America's Diamond has never sold lab-grown diamonds, and we warned our clients, friends, and neighbors that wholesale prices would crash to almost nothing. 2-carat GVS2 lab-grown diamonds are currently being traded at wholesale for $264, but some jewelers are still selling them online for $3,000 to $4,000. Repeat, wholesale $264, retail $3,000 to $4,000. Some retailers are selling 1-carat lab-grown diamonds for under $300, and others are giving them away for free with purchase. Lab-grown diamonds are very easy to detect with gemological equipment. Tens of millions of carrots are produced in huge factories in China and India, using a tremendous amount of subsidized electricity supplied by coal-burning power plants. America's Diamond has only offered traditional, real, natural earth-grown diamonds that are rare, extremely beautiful, and have had real value for centuries. See our television program tonight on ABC KSAT 12 at 12:35 a.m. or right now at americasdiamond.com.
Tomorrow morning at 6, it's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Check them out on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Just gave away our first prize of the day. A nice backpack cooler turns into a chair. That was given away. There's still some Kanga coolers over here, courtesy of our friends from Flight by Yuengling. And you can come on out here, register, and we'll give away more prizes. Where are we, you say? Well, the 90 Proof Bar and Grill. That's where we are. It's right off Highway 90. Great place. A lot of folks in here enjoying their Thursday afternoon, listening to us here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe. He's Jason.
Come out and see us. Come out and win some prizes. We also have tickets to the Navy All-American Bowl and the San Antonio Sports All-Star Game. 2 games, 1 ticket coming up on January 10th in the Alamo Dome.
Nice.
Which is going to be a lot of fun. You know, we got a tweet a little bit ago at Joe Reinagle 210 at Jason Lennox. Chris Rackley tweets, wait, the Spurs play tonight? But they lost the Cup final on Tuesday. The rest of the season doesn't matter if you don't win the Cup, right? They should make it to where if you're in the Cup, you get a top 6 seed or something, because there's no rest for the weary. You play a very emotional, stressful game on Tuesday, and then you're back in action 2 days later. No break whatsoever.
Well, luckily for the Spurs, the Washington Wizards suck. They're horrible. They've won 4 games this year.
They've won how many?
4.
That's it?
That's all.
I mean, that many?
So they're horrible. So even if there is a little bit of an emotional hangover, if they're tired, whatever the case may be, it's probably just what the doctor ordered. They shouldn't have to do anything too, at least let's hope so anyway, too drastic to knock off Washington, because then I think they head back out on the road.
Yeah, they not much time. They got home in time to wash their clothes, and that's about it. Now, they are fully healthy for tonight's game. I do, even though Washington sucks, and that might be part of it, I do worry a little tonight about the emotional letdown. You know, when you go through the single elimination tournament, and you could tell the Spurs players were into it. They wanted it, and they didn't get it. How quickly do they respond? Or now you're playing after these higher intensity games with something on the line. Here's your Thursday night in December matchup against a crap team. You've been gone a long time. Now you're home. You got to play a game, then you're back out on the road. I do worry a little bit about the emotional letdown, or do they have the appropriate energy and focus heading into tonight's game? There can't be a lot of excitement on, we got Washington tonight.
The appropriate fear.
I mean, Greg Popovich. Absolutely. Yeah. But I do. That's the only thing that scares me a little bit about this game. You know, you were home less than 48 hours, really, by the time they got back from Vegas. Pack your stuff. You got this one game. They didn't have shoot around today. So, all right, no shoot around. Your schedule is completely, your routine at the very least, out of whack. And go play a game and then go straight to the airport.
Yeah, because it's a back-to-back.
Yeah,
they got Washington tonight. Then they're in Atlanta tomorrow night to take on the Hawks. Just a brutal schedule. Then they got to travel to Washington. So they're going to get the Wizards out of the way real quick. And that's unfortunate, because that should be 2 wins. I say unfortunate, but I guess whenever that comes, it's a good thing. But, man, what a brutal schedule. Hopefully they get a little bit of a break at some point in time, and it looks like they do at least 2 or 3 days off.
What do they get? Oklahoma City at home next Tuesday, and then turn around and play OKC in Oklahoma City on Christmas Day. Right? Yeah. So
you think Oklahoma City's looking for a little revenge?
Oh, the revenge game. Yeah, wow. I mean, the billing is certainly there, but that's part of where I'm like, they should win tonight easily. But and they don't have the Cowboys syndrome where they're going to lose a game they have no business losing. That is my only concern tonight is what is their energy and focus level against an opponent that you have to manufacture your excitement for the game, right? It's not, hey, man, you got a big game and you get pumped up for the big game. I imagine even fans that are going tonight, you've had tickets for this for a while, you're going to the game, and you're like, yeah. All right, hopefully I'm wrong and this young group is a little bit different, but this is one of these games that would be hard to get up for. So they've got to manufacture that energy heading into the ball game tonight.
I don't think there's any question about that. You bring up a good point. I mean, you're emotionally drained coming off of that game against the New York Knicks. Game you think you should have won, you let it get away, the Knicks win it, and now, well, that's all gone. And now you got to get up for a Washington team that just completely sucks. So we'll see how they do. I think they'll do enough to win. This may not be one of those spectacular wins that, by 30 that the Spurs probably put on them if they're not in this situation. But they'll get the win. I don't think there's any question. They'll get the win.
I'm with you. But if they lost the game tomorrow, what are we going to say? Yeah, they weren't focused for this one because you go into the arena thinking we've got a W. Yeah, and there are 4 teams out there that are saying, how in the hell did we lose to that team?
That's a good
because
point.
They didn't take them seriously. No different than one of the 2 Oklahoma City losses are to a bad Portland team in which they blew a 20-point lead. And a big part of that is they held a 20-point lead early and put it in cruise control. And the other team said, yeah, we want to knock those guys off. And the way the Spurs are playing, I would like to think that they are a team now that the opposing team takes them serious and gets excited. They all want to put Wemby on a poster. They all want to do this. The Spurs are one of those teams for most of the NBA now. They've got a little bit of a target. They know, for the last couple of years, we've been that Wizards team, right? The easy win for the opponent. That has changed. So I feel like the Wizards are going to come in trying to make a statement. And if the Spurs aren't mentally ready, it could be an embarrassing night for the Silver and Black.
Well, I tell you, Jason, and they got to be tired. I don't care how young you are. You got to be tired physically and mentally after all of that time.
And, we get to celebrate the Cup runner-up tonight, but also De'Aaron Fox, who was named to the Emeritus NBA Cup All-Tournament team as he led the Spurs to the championship game in Vegas. They went 5-2 overall in the tournament. He's joined on the Cup All-Tournament team by Jalen Brunson, Luka, SGA, and Kat.
Now, what does that get you? Is that one of those incentive things that is in your contract?
I don't know.
Because I'm thinking at the end of the day, if you're an All-NBA player – instead of an all-cup player, that's a pretty big deal.
Well, do you get a little bit of trophy, a plaque that you can put on the fridge?
A little trophy.
Well, we're not talking about your cup. It's the Emeritus Cup.
A little trophy.
Maybe. Did you see the trophy for this thing and the MVP award, or you're focused on Josh Hart's thumb? But I don't know if you get what you get for it other than a press release. I would imagine there's something that goes along with it.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah. You think we'll remember that De'Aaron Fox won this award, I don't know, a month from now?
I don't know that you'll remember 8 minutes from now.
Well, you're probably right about that. The cup is the cup is the cup. And I guess, I don't know, some people like it, Jason. I'm not a huge fan of it. But it seems to be catching on in the NBA, and people seem to like it. So
I think I liked it this year a little bit more than
because the Spurs
were in it.
But if the Spurs weren't in it, we wouldn't give a damn.
No. We get less ugly floors to watch basketball on now that thing is over.
Well, I think those floors are probably going away.
Yeah,
don't you?
Well, they need to.
I would imagine because they're causing some problems.
Well, but the cup is over, so the cup floors are done for the year.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Let's just play basketball and get on with it. Oh, my goodness. UTSA is playing in a bowl game, First Responders Bowl. Is that up in Dallas, Denton, Fort Worth? Where is that?
Yeah.
Up there somewhere,
They
right?
play it at SMU Stadium.
Okay.
Yeah.
But will there be enough players to play? Jeff Traylor met with the media, and, he gives us the breakdown. When we return live from 90 Proof Bar and Grill right here off Highway 90, courtesy of our friends from Flight by Yuengling. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
And whether you're thinking about bowl games, tonight's NFL game, Seahawks and Rams up in Seattle, the NBA with the Spurs and Wizards playing tonight, add a lot more excitement to all of the games by playing along on Underdog, the best place to get in on all the action, make your picks, and win money right here in Texas. And it's easy to do. Pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on stats. Rushing yards, receiving yards, passing yards, touchdowns. If basketball, it's points, rebounds, steals. With Wemby, you're always looking at the block totals. It's a lot of fun to play. Plus, with Underdog Unwrapped, you'll unwrap tons of promos all throughout the holidays, and they're kicking it off with a big boost for Jake Paul's big fight coming up on Friday night. So download the Underdog app. Use promo code STAR to score $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the Morning Huddles. AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
I have a question for AJ. Like, do you actually wear a fake headset on game day? Because I have a vision of you just like with a headset on, like going through the motions.
Really awesome. He knows Coach Reed. He's got a menu.
Fake Andy Reid. Yeah, fake Andy Reid. I love that guy. I mean, fake Andy Reid who's got his headset. I just wondered because, again, you are very knowledgeable, but I think that's what I'm going to do when I retire. Is I'm just going to sit around with a headset and talk to nobody but myself.
Oh, yeah.
Like, hey, go for it here.
Keep a challenge flag in your sock.
And then I tell myself, oh my God. I can't believe Shotty did this. I'm going to talk to him on the radio on Friday, and I can't believe he did this.
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game. Friday mornings, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Hey, it's Rob Thompson here, and I'll tell you what, it's holiday season. My bags are packed, travel plans are set, and the roads and airports are filling up. I want to remind you that while you're heading out of town, Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit has your pups covered. It's a luxury pet care you can trust while you're away. They've got over 17,000 square feet of pet paradise, more than an acre of play outside, plus training and spa treatments. It's a holiday staycation that your four-legged MVP certainly deserves and will absolutely love. Book your pup spot today. Call 210-750-1298.
George Gets Justice. 2026 is almost here, but that car accident you went through this year, it's still weighing on you. You may be hurt or unsure how to get help. You need to get George at George Salinas Injury Lawyers. George understands the chaos you're experiencing, and he'll take care of you so you can step into the new year back in charge. Call 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George Gets Justice. GetGeorge.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring
during automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text AREA to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text AREA to 42424. That's AREA to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Guys, thanks for helping me carry my Christmas tree.
Zoe, this thing weighs a ton.
Drewski, lift with your legs, man.
Santa! Did you get my letter?
He's talking to you, Bridges.
I'm not that.
Of course he did. Right, Santa?
You know, my elf Drewski here, he handles the nice list.
An elf? I'm 6'3". What everyone wants is iPhone 17. And at T-Mobile, you can get it on them. That center stage front camera is amazing for group selfies. Right, Mrs. Claus?
I'm Mrs. Claus's much younger sister. And at T-Mobile, there's no trade-in needed when you switch. So you can keep your old phone.
Or give it as a gift.
And the best part, you can make the switch to T-Mobile from your phone in just 15 minutes.
Guys, my side of the tree is slipping.
Timber!
The holidays are better at T-Mobile. Switch in just 15 minutes and get iPhone 17 on us with no trade-in needed.
With 24 monthly bill credits for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Finance agreement, 256 gigs, $830. Eligible port in a new line. $100 plus a month plan with autopay plus taxes and fees required. Check out in 15 minutes or less per line. Visit T-Mobile.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday morning at 11, the Aggies host the Miami Hurricanes. Presented by Just Pots. Pregame at 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Live at the 90 Proof Bar and Grill off of Highway 90. Our friends from Flight by Yuengling are here. Beer Santa's here giving away stuff. Come on down and register. Get in the hopper there for your chance to win a Kanga cooler and some other great prizes as we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe. He's Jason, and
come hang out with us.
Yeah, folks having a good time.
90 Proof Bar and Grill. Of course, we've got Thursday Night Football that you can listen to here on 94.1, brought to you by Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. Or come watch it here at 90 Proof Bar and Grill. But before you do, make sure you get over to sasportstar.com and get your picks in for the Pro Football Pick'em Challenge. Again, weekly winners get that gift card to the Mellow Mushroom. At the end of the year, the local grand prize winner gets $1,000 worth of tickets for awesome tickets. Now, those tickets, they could be for any game, any concert, multiple events, depending on what you're trying to do. I was just talking with a guy here about the Rush concert that's going to be here in September. And you're thinking, all right, well, that'd be cool. Well, $1,000 could go a long way, depending on where you want to see it. To either see it for free, basically, or apply it to those really, really good seats, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes, you could get you some real schwanky seats.
And there are so many good concerts coming to San Antonio in the next year.
Well, you'll keep us posted of those, won't you?
I will.
Okay, good.
I will continue my trend of spending an irresponsible amount of money on concerts. But
everybody has their thing, right? I mean, with me, it's going to Vegas and gambling.
Yeah.
With you, it's concerts.
Well, I go to Vegas a lot too. That's the problem. I mean, although you're the amount of money you spend on golf.
Yes,
look, we all have our thing. So it works, but get your picks in sasportstar.com. Or you could take some of those extra dollars and donate them to Jeff Traylor because he needs them. It is, and I've seen mixed reaction to the Jeff Traylor press conference from yesterday afternoon. To stop whining to, dude, we got to help this guy. And depending on where you're at when it comes to the state of college athletics, I think it's there. I don't hear Jeff Traylor whining. I hear him speaking the truth and being very honest about it. I do hear very similar comments and even the ways it's presented to what Jeff Traylor's doing. And it's, whether it's another group up type school like the guy from UNLV to Kenny Dillingham at Arizona State, because Arizona State and what they're trying to do, it's almost in a lot of ways the same. They don't have the huge alumni base that is used to writing checks like we see at a Texas or a Texas A&M. And Jeff Traylor said, man, the state of college football right now when it comes to money, not sustainable.
It's like I had just woke up in another world as compared to where we were 6 years ago. The last time we went to the First Responders Bowl, how many of our guys now would show up at 5 a.m. to get 3 nurses, stick Q-tips in your nose so you could practice that day? And now we're opting out because you don't get a certain number, and playing the bowl. It's sad what we're doing to kids. It really is. And I hate it because I swore I wasn't going to let y'all get me into this anymore. But y'all are smart. Y'all are seeing all the kids that are opting out of the game. What am I do? Sit up here and lie to y'all? I mean, I can't lie to you. You got to comment on it. It's terrible what we're doing. There's no such thing as tampering. There's no such thing. Coaches talk to players. Agents talk to players. Oh, well, then turn them in, coach. You think those players are going to give me the coach that's actually talking to them? Why? It's driving the price up. The more they get driven up, the price goes up higher and higher and higher. And as long as there's people going to pay it, who's going to stop it? What's going to stop this? What's going to stop it? Only the free enterprise system is going to stop it. Because when there's no more money left, what are we going to all do?
Boy, I mean, no truer words have been spoken, and I don't consider him whining. That is the absolute truth, because eventually the money will dry up. It's inevitable. It will dry up. When you're talking about this kid from A&M being the highest paid player there at Texas A&M, I would imagine that's got to be 7 figures, maybe 8.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're talking about a huge amount of money. And these we hear about quarterbacks going places for $9 million. I mean, think about that for a minute. It's unsustainable. And somebody's got to do something. As good as college football is right now, it's not going to last. I'm telling you.
Well, I think we all know that. But right now, you've got to deal in the reality that people are still writing those checks. And Jeff Traylor doesn't have enough people writing the checks to be able to keep guys. He just lost a guy yesterday, a super amount of money or whatever it was. I mean, the UTSA couldn't come close to matching it, it doesn't sound like. So you wish them the best, but go chase your money. But as Jeff Traylor said, it's the free enterprise system right now. There is no salary cap. There is no public knowledge of what is being spent. A&M can boast, all right, they just signed their wide receiver to the high contract extension, highest ever for a wide receiver in A&M history. What does that mean? Other than a cool graphic in a sentence, we have no idea if he's getting, $100,000 or $1 million or $5 million or whatever it is. We just see the headline, highest paid. Man, that's great for your ego, man. Congratulations. The IRS is online too.
Yeah, exactly.
But it is one of those situations until the money dries up, until people say, I'm not writing that check anymore. But we know how boosters love their universities and how they love having that kind of power and being on the inside. And the difference is it's now out in the open. They can put that on Twitter instead of, the cash handshake or, hey, there's a duffel bag over there, take it. I don't know what's in it kind of thing. I mean, this isn't Eric Dickerson getting in was it a Trans Am in College Station and drove it to SMU? You kind of miss those days when it wasn't out there, but it's not, which while we say it's unsustainable, maybe not. It's been college football, but the numbers just seem so much more different than back in the day. But everybody was able to keep things quiet. I don't know if a guy was making a couple $100,000 or a couple $100 back in the day when it was all frowned upon.
Well, the problem is it is out in the open and more players are being paid now. Yeah, back then, think about that. Eric Dickerson, he was probably the only dude getting that amount of money. That was it. Now, maybe some other guys were getting, smaller amounts under the table. That's possible. But now you've got a number of guys on your team making that kind of money. University of Texas, every offensive lineman, $50,000.
Yeah.
I mean, think about that. That's a hell of a lot of money just right there. And then you go with Manning, who was said to make $3.1 million this year. And I mean, you go on and on and on. The numbers are staggering. Yes, these billionaires have a lot of money, but again, at some point in time, it's going to dry up. Jeff Traylor said it. I've said it. You've said it. We've all said it. The problem for UTSA is they don't have that many millionaires and billionaires to write those checks. And I don't care if all of us get together, we donate $100 a month or whatever the pick an amount. That doesn't do any good. And then other than that, I don't know where the university gets the money from and how you find it. And then not only find it this year, but you got to go back out and find it again next year. Well, and the year after that, the year after that.
That's it. They've got to go raise it. Now, Rudolph on our YouTube page there on the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel says nothing is stopping Jeff from creating a contract with those players. They have contracts, and the contracts are all set up seasonally. Technically, their season ended at the end of the regular season, and it's got to end before or when the transfer portal window is open. Those are the legalities of it, which is why a player right now has fulfilled his one-year obligation from last football season. And now you're either staying or you're in the portal with a chance to see where you could get or what you could get from another school. So where are you going to go? Which makes it damn near impossible to figure out who's going to be playing in the bowl game. Jeff said yesterday they're going to be down upwards of 20 players for this bowl game coming up.
He just hopes they have enough. Sorry.
Pledge, that's cut one.
Got a lot of nice guys. Got great team.
We'll be a shell of ourselves. Whoever we got out there, we're going to go out there and play the best we can. It's just the numbers so big with all the tampering, all the agents, it's coaches too, it's all of them. Our kids are being numbered they're being promised such incredible numbers. They're getting lured into the portal. I just hope all the things those coaches and the agents are promising they're going to do for my kids. I really hope so. I mean, I hate it because I really want to coach them in a bowl game, but they're getting leveraged out of it. Their agents are telling them they got to not play in the bowl and they'll get this number. They don't play in the bowl, so it's ridiculous. I hate what's going on in college football. I just think the numbers just gotten so large. You're talking about teams that have $26 million to $40 million, and the number's just too big. And who knows if they're being told the truth. It's sad. It really is sad. I never thought we'd be, punished for making a bowl game by being leveraged. That if you don't give them a certain number, you're not going to play in the bowl. But I'm going to celebrate the kids that have left. Whoever that is, we'll go out there and play our tails off. And I'm very grateful for them. And again, I hate that we're talking about the 10 to 15 that probably not going to play in the game, or 20, whatever that number ends up being. We should be talking about the 90 to 85 they're going to go play with their teammates.
Yeah, it's got to be tough. It really does. It's got to be tough. But again, the NCAA's got no stones.
Yep.
They've got nothing. And this transfer portal where it sits right now is just the most ridiculous thing ever. That would be pretty easy to change. I've heard Traylor come up with a solution. I've heard other coaches come up with solutions, but they don't do anything. And look, these are smart people that run in college football or college athletics. They know. And I just don't know why something is not being done to take care of this, because it's spiraling out of control quicker and quicker and quicker every day.
I mean, and I see one of the YouTube comments, make it a universal contract that they can't leave before the bowl game. The portal window is open, so the contract has to be up by then. I get what you're saying, but and a coach could say, and every coach has a different rule. I'm not sure what Jeff's rule is this year at UTSA. In the past, if you're in the portal, you're not playing. Some coaches have said, I got to have you in the portal, but you're still playing for me if you want to, because I need bodies to be able to go play. So you can't have a contract end at go through the bowl season because the window is open. Although I like the idea of where you're going, it's not there. The biggest problem I see with all these smart people, they're all doing what's best for them and or their conference. There is no benefit for an SEC to make rules that would benefit, say, the American, because they're doing all their shopping in the American. So they don't want to make it more difficult for themselves. And my thought is the SEC, with all the money that they have, if you take a group of player If you're Texas and you take a kid from UTSA, you should have to pay for that player. There needs to be some money that will keep the group of 5 programs with some cash. You can take the talent, but give us some money in return for developing this guy that you didn't want to recruit out of high school or junior college. We developed them. They should get some sort of compensation from the school that's plucking them away.
Another great idea. But the problem is, and this is you and I spitballing.
Yeah.
And coaches spitballing and talking about it. And where are the people that can actually do something about it? And they're nowhere to be found.
But again, if I'm the SEC, why would I do that? Why did that just cost me more money?
Because eventually even the SEC is going to run out of money.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually it's going to spiral so far out of control that we're not going to have it. And somebody's got to do something. Like NFL rules. Form unions, collective bargaining, salary cap, free agency periods. Boom.
Remember when they didn't want to make them employees?
Yes.
Back about 10 years ago when all this was really getting talked about, it was, you know what? If we just made them all employees and paid them $25 an hour for the required hours there, this all could have been done.
Absolutely.
But nobody thought it would turn into this. Name, image, and likeness. All right, man, here's $100 to come hang out at the car dealership on a Saturday or show up at a kid's birthday party. It was supposed to be that, not pay for play. But once that toothpaste left the tube, it's become pay for play.
That's exactly what it's become. And I'll even, if somebody buys your jersey as a college player, you should get a percentage of that.
Yeah.
And all of that. And that's fine. The NCAA, you're absolutely right, could have stopped this about 20 years ago. They could have stopped this 20 years ago instead of worrying about somebody buying a kid a candy bar, or a Coke, and that was a violation of the rules.
Benefits.
Right. It's ridiculous. You pay them a stipend at that time, and I think things would have been a lot better off than they are now, certainly. Unbelievable. Well, I tell you what, you may not have NIL money, everybody out there listening, but you can certainly come out to the 90 Proof Bar and Grill and register to win a Kanga cooler or a Slim Can koozie. I know that's not what it's called, but that's all I could think of at the time. Or just come out here and hang with us. You could do that. The 90 Proof Bar and Grill right here off Highway 90, courtesy of our friends from Flight by Yuengling. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Riding I-35 with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Here's what's going on in the Wolfpack.
Have y'all seen my father-in-law around?
No.
I think he's mad at me. Why? I've got my fishing stuff all straight.
Yep.
And he starts doing all this crazy rigging on these fishing lines, like he's in the ocean or something. What? There's a very simple method, and it is not that. No, it's not it. If you really want to catch something, get out a couple of telephones and crank on them.
Oh, they will answer.
They will answer every time.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show, Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Working from home, you realize you don't have enough outlets or USB ports. Hill Electric can fix that for you. For over 3 decades, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio homes and businesses. From adding an outlet, fixing that fuse that always blows, or that flickering light, Hill Electric has the right service at the right price, and there is never a service charge and always free estimates. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or go to hill-electric.com.
You know, the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm. How can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe Pork Rinds at HEB.
America's Diamond has never sold lab-grown diamonds, and we warned our clients, friends, and neighbors that wholesale prices would crash to almost nothing. 2-carat GVS2 lab-grown diamonds are currently being traded at wholesale for $264, but some jewelers are still selling them online for $3,000 to $4,000. Repeat, wholesale $264, retail $3,000 to $4,000. Some retailers are selling 1-carat lab-grown diamonds for under $300, and others are giving them away for free with purchase. Lab-grown diamonds are very easy to detect with gemological equipment. Tens of millions of carats are produced in huge factories in China and India, using a tremendous amount of subsidized electricity supplied by coal-burning power plants. America's Diamond has only offered traditional, real, natural earth-grown diamonds that are rare, extremely beautiful, and have had real value for centuries. See our television program tonight on ABC KSAT 12 at 12:35 a.m. or right now at americasdiamond.com.
A new exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card is your opportunity to go from card holder to ticket holder for the FIFA World Cup 2026. For a limited time, when you're approved for a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card, you're eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more today at bfa.com/cardfwc26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America NA in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
This right here, this is a call to the ones who don't back down. To the risk takers who defied the warnings. To the ones who lost sleep in pursuit of a dream. To all the nut jobs who mortgaged the house and the crazies who bet the farm to start up a business. We want to be your next partner. Because no matter how far you've come or how much you've grown, there's always the next chapter, the next level. And now, there's the next rodeo. The Next Rodeo is a creative partner that brings world-class thinking to companies with grit, heart, and hustle. Companies just like yours. The Next Rodeo. The difference between the business you have and the business you want is one great idea. Get the full story at thenextrodeo.com.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Thursday night football tonight, an NFC West showdown for first place in the division on the line. 11-3 Rams head to Seattle to take on the 11-3 Seahawks. Kickoff set for 7:15. You can catch the game right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, beginning at 6:30 with the pregame show. Vanderbilt quarterback Diego Pavia, he's been named as the Sporting News College Player of the Year.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
And we're having a good time out here at the 90 Proof Bar and Grill. That's where we are this afternoon with our friends from Flight by Yuengling. Beer Santa's out here. He's giving away stuff left and right. And, boy, just making people happy, putting a smile on their face. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix.
And one of the Kanga coolers that was just given away, gentleman sitting over to our right. So if you're watching on YouTube, I'm pointing over there. I'm not going to put the camera on him because he was excited about it. He's like, man, you can put your whole 12-pack in here.
Yeah.
And there's a pocket on the front. And he's like, well, what's that for? And I was like, whatever you need. Put my Viagra in there. It's like, dude, whatever you decide to do with that is your business. That's not where I would put it, but whatever, dude. Be yourself.
It doesn't matter what you do with it once you win it. You do whatever the hell you want.
It's yours.
That's right.
Yeah.
Do whatever it is you want to. Just come on out and see us here at the 90 Proof Bar and Grill. You're out this side of town, or even if you're not, make a drive over here.
And then you get a guy that rolls up wearing a damn Eagle shirt.
I know it. What the hell's the matter with that guy?
I mean, and so we got two of them because we got Eagle fan on our YouTube page.
Yeah.
And apparently he would have a friend here. Oh, I will say, though, it takes a lot of balls to wear an ugly shirt like that in public in San Antonio. It does.
It takes a lot of balls to wear that ugly shirt anywhere.
Well, I mean, if you were in Philadelphia, you know, but again, that's a guy that just wants people to talk crap to him.
Nah.
You know, of all things, you know. Now, granted, I don't know if he was wearing it a couple of weeks ago when they were losing 3 in a row and it looked like they wouldn't win the division. But, you know, now, you know, Cowboys essentially eliminated. And
Not yet, Minix.
Well, they will be when the Eagles win on Saturday. You know, they'll take the field against the Chargers knowing their season is over. Although it is interesting because one of the things about this Cowboys team is this will be the rare occasion that a fully healthy Dak Prescott does not make the playoffs.
Very true.
Dak Prescott, you know, he doesn't win in the playoffs, but when he's healthy and he plays a full season, he makes the playoffs.
That's Jerry's fault.
Well, I mean, or Eberflus's. I mean, let's face it. And there's some big news about the Cowboys defensive coordinator, not fired yet. The Texas Longhorns did that. We'll get into that in a moment. But Eberflus is going to move up to the press box. And Aaron Whitecotton is going to be the guy on the sidelines that is going to be responsible for the majority of the adjustments. According to Eberflus, he and Brian Schottenheimer made that decision together, which makes it sound like he was voluntold to go upstairs.
That's exactly what happened.
Stephen Jones will join us in about 30 minutes from right now, and we'll ask about why that decision was made.
Well, yeah, and hopefully he'll have an answer for us. There's a lot to talk to Stephen Jones about when he joins us here on the Blitz at the bottom of the hour. The George Pickens situation, the Trevon Diggs situation, a lot of things to talk to him about, and we'll see what kind of answers we get as the Cowboys look forward to the offseason. 3 games left. Dak Prescott said today, he did talk to the media today and says there's no way he wants to sit out. He says he sat out too much, and my job is to play football. That's what I want to do, and at least the plan right now is for him to play these next 3 ball games. So we'll see what happens. But, yeah, plenty to talk to Stephen Jones about coming up at the bottom of the hour right here on the Blitz.
Now, the other defensive coordinator news that I was not expecting to hear today is Steve Sarkisian has fired Pete Kwiatkowski as the defensive coordinator, and Dwayne Akina, he also got fired.
That surprises me.
In the same press release, it was announced that Will Muschamp is the new defensive coordinator for the Texas Longhorns. That's a huge hire and a surprising fire, if you will, for the Texas Longhorns.
Well, you got to wonder how that all came about. In all sincerity, obviously Will Muschamp, when he was the defensive coordinator for Texas, I don't know how long ago.
2008.
All right, long time ago. Texas had a pretty damn good defense, and they did. And it earned Muschamp a head coaching job. I believe at Auburn is where he went, I think. I could be wrong, but I believe it was Auburn. Head coaching didn't work out too well for Will Muschamp. He wasn't successful for the most part, and now he's back to being a defensive coordinator and coming back to the University of Texas, and hopefully he'll have the same magic. But I just wondered, Jason, in all sincerity, the defense wasn't the problem, was it? Why do you choose the defensive coordinator to fire?
You know, there were some times. But overall, I mean, I didn't know that anybody on that staff honestly needed to go from a coordinator position. They weren't as good this year as expected, but I think quite honestly, they had unrealistic expectations to start the season. Should they be in the playoffs? That was the expectation. Go compete for a national championship. You were the preseason number 1. But there were some times, I mean, but everybody goes through defensive lapses. I think this is more of Will Muschamp somehow was available, and you made the move. I love you, but I got somebody that I think can be better. And you think about what Texas did when Will Muschamp was there, and he left Texas, went to Florida as the head coach. Auburn is the DC, then South Carolina as head coach.
Fair enough.
He's been a defensive analyst and co-defensive coordinator at Georgia the last couple of years, and his Wikipedia is already updated that he's now the DC of Texas. And, I think that's smart of Steve Sarkisian. How do I beat Georgia? Get somebody that knows their secrets. Welcome to the team.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see if that helps. Because something has to help Texas beat Georgia. They've had a hard time doing that here lately. Interesting. I suppose everything you just said there makes sense, that maybe he's better than the guy they had, and you get an opportunity to grab this guy, you do it. I hope that offensive coordinator, at least the guy that's calling the plays, does a better job next year.
What do you mean, Sark?
Yes.
Well, he's not going to fire himself.
Well, I hope he does a better job next year for sure. Goodness gracious.
I go back to something that Mac Brown has said many times, and I believe said when he was on with us a couple of weeks ago, about giving up play calling duties. And that's the fun part of the job. But at some point, you have to give that up because you have so many other responsibilities as a head coach. And I don't know that Sark is there yet. But at some point, maybe you see him give up the play calling duties, and we see it all the time. I mean, we're seeing it this year with the Detroit Lions. Dan Campbell, give me that playbook back. I'm going to call the plays, right? But coaches, offensive-minded coaches, head coaches that are play callers, at some point in their career do hand that off. Brian Schottenheimer with the Cowboys, at some point, maybe he hands that off. He would have to have a Jason Garrett type of run, but even Jason Garrett at some point was voluntold that he needs to be a walk-around head coach and not be a head coach that also calls plays.
I think it makes sense. There are a lot of responsibilities as a head coach, and calling plays just adds to it. I'm not opposed to it. If you can do both, that's great. I wasn't impressed with Sark's play calling this year. Texas started playing good football, much better football toward the end of the year. There's no question about that. But we'll see what happens. But Will Muschamp is back at Texas. And, of course, Eberflus basically getting replaced. So you could, as the defensive coordinator, moving him upstairs, and White Cotton's going to take over the stuff on the sidelines.
One of the things, and I know Schottenheimer will probably be asked about it, will be asked about it at his press conference. Is Eberflus upstairs but still calling the defense? But it is Aaron Whitecotton that is going to be the one on the field and, as it said, responsible for many of the adjustments. But that's, when you see the guys around the bench and the coach talking to people, that's his job. What I do find interesting is Hard Knocks with the NFC East. And I saw the most recent episode last night. I don't know when it's actually on live, but I went and watched it last night. And there was a scene in there with Aaron Whitecotton, and I thought, well, this is interesting since you're the one in the news. Talking to the defensive line group, which he was in charge of or still is in charge of, telling his position group, we're the reason we lost to Detroit. He put all the blame on the dudes in that room, and listening to him speak in that way. Now, granted, I'm watching this after hearing rumors of, do they fire Eberflus now and give these last 3 games to Aaron Whitecotton? Is a little bit of a trial run, if you will. Maybe he is the next. Maybe they'll look outside the building for the next defensive coordinator. But I find it very interesting that he's the one that was featured momentarily on Hard Knocks, and he's the one that's been rumored to be the potential replacement for Eberflus. And then today, Eberflus, in a very quiet manner, doing his coordinator press conference, just kind of mentions, I'm going to go upstairs now. Schottenheimer talked about it. We think this is the best for the team. I would have thought that's the kind of move that You show up at the game Sunday against the Chargers, and you wonder if anybody notices that Eberflus isn't on the sideline.
Right.
And the fact that Eberflus is the one that just kind of subtly mentioned it in his press conference.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see, and what does it all mean? Again, Stephen Jones will join us here at the bottom of the hour right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We will ask him some of these questions and see what kind of an answer we get. We are live at 90 Proof Bar and Grill. It's right here off Highway 90, very close to the Golf Club of Texas. Our friends from Flight by Yuengling are here giving stuff away. That's what they're doing. Folks in here having a good time on this Thursday afternoon. We invite you to come down here and have a good time with us here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday at noon. The Cowboys take on the Los Angeles Chargers at home in Arlington. Pre-game starts at 11. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hey, I'm Steffi. You may know me from your social feed. I go big for the holidays, so I'm going to Famous Footwear because the best gifts are giving famous. My friends and family are going to love all these styles from Nike, Adidas, Crocs, New Balance, Skechers, and more. With over 800 stores, you're never far from the perfect gift. So make your list and make it famous. Come in today for buy one pair, get one half off at your local Famous Footwear or famous.com. Some exclusions apply.
Listen to this message I received.
First message.
This is Santa Claus. Hey, I'm calling to give you a heads up. Last Christmas, so many people asked me for a Connecticut water softener, but getting all those Connecticut units in and out of the sleigh, up and down the chimneys, well, it's not so good on my back. So I'm going to forward all those Connecticut wish lists directly to you. Here's Mrs. Claus.
Thanks again for installing our Connecticut. I just love how soft my man's beard is, and my skin feels silky smooth, even here at the North Pole.
So if it's okay with you, I'll handle the toys, you handle the water softeners.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit, and $400 off when you trade in your old water softener.
By the way, the elves just love your jingle.
Call 656 Pure Connecticut.
I'm not a fan of the gluten-free cookies. Bye-bye.
The last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656 Pure Connecticut.
License number 38961.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online, mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149. By texting 24700, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from J.Crew Factory. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at jcrew.com.
Need last-minute gifts? J.Crew Factory has got you covered. Enjoy up to 60% off store-wide and shop cozy matching pajamas, toasty sweaters, amazing outerwear, and so much more. Get in the spirit at J.Crew Factory, where you'll score our exclusive collection of classic styles for the whole family at prices that can't be beat. And today, save even more. Just text GIFTING to 24700 to receive an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more at your nearest J.Crew Factory store. Visit jcrewfactory.com to find your nearest San Antonio area store today. But first, get an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more when you text GIFTING to 24700. Text GIFTING to 24700 to get your $25 off coupon. That's GIFTING to 24700. See a store associate for details.
Blue Star Tequila, the world's first and only 100% night harvested agave. And you might be saying, well, why do I care when it's harvested? It allows the agave to be harvested while it's resting and out of the brutal heat. Benefits to workers who would normally work into the heat of the day. It's just better for the flavoring. And speaking of flavoring, it's 100% additive free. No flavoring, sweetening, or coloring added, and it's unfiltered. Live your life unfiltered and do it with Blue Star Tequila. Find Blue Star Tequila at Alamo City Liquors, Costco, Specs, and Total Wine.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Friday on the Morning Huddle. Guess what starts tonight? College football playoffs. We'll talk about that.
The real nervousness begins, right? Oh, my goodness. We also got Spurs playing and nut-cutting time in the NFL. Lots to talk about. Get here early. Party is, I'd say.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Meeting some nice folks and watching everybody else, well, have cold beer. Well, we can't.
Yeah.
But that's all right. 90 Proof Bar and Grill, that's where we are. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe. He's Jason. Mike just came by. And brought me some Rolos.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, he brought me a payday bar.
Wow.
Which was great. A little like, you know, people come up, meet, shake hands, and, you know, you make me laugh on the ride home. And then he starts reaching in his pocket, and you never know what's going to happen there, right? And he said, you know, I was listening to you yesterday, and he reaches in and he hands Joe Rolos. And because, you know, he's trying to get away from the Rolos. And then, you know, and I mentioned yesterday, I've been on a payday bar kick lately. And he brought me a payday bar, which is fantastic. And we're nice guys. He was drinking a different beer and now has a nice ice-cold Flight by Yuengling in his hand.
Which is what he should have.
Absolutely.
And after he drinks that is what he'll have in his hand. That's all it takes is one to change whatever it is you're drinking into that. So, good. Our Beer Santa's here, by the way, for Flight by Yuengling. He's here in person. If you haven't met Beer Santa, you need to get down here to 90 Proof Bar and Grill and say hello. Maybe you can sit in his lap and take a picture. I mean, you never know.
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Tell him what you want for Christmas.
Wait a minute. No. I mean, that's really up to him. But, I mean...
He could charge $5.
Again, we want people to come out and enjoy this, not.
Hey, you sit in Renee's lap, you might enjoy it.
What are you, Josh Hart? All of a sudden,
I'm just saying.
You know, what I don't understand is the Eagle fan dude also has the wrong beer in his hand. You know, Yuengling was born in Pennsylvania. You know, why this guy isn't drinking a Yuengling is beyond me. I mean, so he's not a true Philadelphia type.
He looks like a Philadelphia type, though. He really does.
I mean, like the cartel. You figure he's got his Camaro out in the parking lot.
Mafia,
you know,
right?
His members
are
only.
Are you
jacket.
Italian? See, he's Italian.
Are you in the trash business? No, so he's not a soprano. So, I mean, there you go.
A lot of nice folks out here at 90 Proof Bar and Grill, and we're having a good time with them. Again, Stephen Jones joining us here at the bottom of the hour. Lots to talk about with Stephen.
Absolutely. And, of course, big NFL game tonight. Really the game of the weekend, especially when you look at the matchup with the Rams and Seahawks playing tonight. Both teams 11-3. Obviously, first place in the division is on the line. And really, for the Seahawks at home, having already lost to the Rams once in a game Sam Darnold was god-awful in, yet somehow Seattle almost won.
Yeah.
But their schedule down the stretch, much tougher than the Rams' schedule down the stretch. So for the Seahawks to keep their division title hopes alive, they've got to win this game.
Yeah, they've got to. I think it's a more important game for Seattle than it is for L.A., although L.A. could really put a foot in Seattle's neck right now.
Yeah.
If they go up there and win this game tonight, it might all but seal it for the Rams to get that number one seed, to win the NFC West and move on. So it's going to be a great game. I truly believe this is going to be one of those games that's going to go right down to the wire. And which quarterback's going to play better? Matthew Stafford has been fantastic this year.
MVP race.
But no Devontae Adams, although he hasn't officially been ruled out. I can't imagine that dude's going to play. And I'd make sure he doesn't play. For goodness sake. I mean, pulling that hammy just 4 days ago, you're going to need this guy in the playoffs, regardless of what seed you are. I'd sit him out and make sure he's healthy.
Yeah, well, and again, that certainly would help Seattle. Then you got Puka Nacua, who's got it coming from all angles, so you wonder how focused he will be tonight. And again, pro athletes have the ability to turn it off, turn it on, and hopefully, his brother got arrested for stealing a car that happened to belong to the Lakers.
What the hell are you stealing a car
I don't
for?
know. And his brother, obviously not as talented, but a hell of a wide receiver. He's the one that got in trouble in the UFL for slapping a fan.
Yeah,
right?
That's right.
And then, of course, Nacua had made some comments about officials on a live stream, and then some discriminatory comments, and apparently a celebration. Now, the NFL has released a statement condemning that. Puka said, I had no idea that is what it meant, blah, blah, blah. But I hope he's focused tonight. But all signs point to a rainy night in Seattle and a Seahawks victory.
Well, we'll see what happens. That Rams running game is pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, they certainly have the advantage there over Seattle. There's no question about that. So it's going to be a great game. I really anticipate a great game. Two really good defenses going up against where I think, well, God, it's hard to say that the Rams have an advantage offensively, but maybe slightly at that point in time.
An MVP caliber quarterback.
Well, and I just think the Rams right now are the best team in the NFC. And I believe that. And if you are the best team in the NFC, you go up to Seattle and you knock them out. And that's what you do. If not, well, we live to play another day. I'm looking forward to this football game, without a doubt. Stephen Jones is going to join us when we continue here live from 90 Proof Bar and Grill. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to SASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an audience national contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at SASportsStar.com.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Rollins, were you at the fight?
To tell you the absolute truth, no one called me.
Were you just sitting there on your couch?
Technically, I was laying in bed with my supermodel wife in a mattress full of money. And
was she nude or was she clothed?
She was nude.
She was nude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You should have seen it. Guys should have been there.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show, Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Ulta Beauty's big holiday beauty sale is back with up to 50% off must-have gifts. Shop irresistible deals like the Shark Beauty Flex Style and Benefit Cosmetics travel size mascaras. With new offers weekly, same-day pickup or delivery, and our trusted associates, we make holiday shopping effortless. Head into Ulta Beauty today. Ulta Beauty. Gifting happens here.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the Big Blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just one visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Joe?
I started a woodworking business. I was able to build beautiful furniture, but had no handle on the business side of things, so quickly fell behind in my taxes. 1 year of being behind in taxes quickly turned into 5 years. I ended up owing almost $37,000.
Then Joe found Tax Relief Advocates.
I would hear ads for Tax Relief Advocates. One day it just clicked. This is my exact situation that I'm in. So I wrote down the number and called from the car when I got home that day. TRA saved me 99% of what I owed the IRS, and that brought a huge sense of relief.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Joe did and called TRA for a consultation.
I'm really happy that I made that call, and I finally felt like I could breathe again.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-484-4743. 800-484-4743. That's 800-484-4743.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Texas Gun Shows brings you the largest gun shows, and this weekend it's in Hondo, Texas at the Medina County Fair Hall. Open this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 and 10 a.m. to 4 Sunday. Texas Gun Shows is at the Medina County Fair Hall this Saturday and Sunday, 733 FM 462 North.
From a fender bender to a total loss, Davis Law Firm has a team of expert attorneys ready to get you back on the road with the verdict or settlement you deserve. Y hablamos español. Want more? Call the Fours. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio, 444-4444.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
This Christmas season, visit your local Boot Barn store for top quality gifts that pay tribute to the lasting heritage of the West. From handcrafted cowboy boots and American-made felt hats to premium leather jackets, our in-store partners will help guide you as you shop, assisting with boot fitting and providing complimentary hat shaping. This Christmas, share a piece of the American spirit. Boot Barn. Unwrap the West.
Always going for it, never pump. Fourth down.
Back out here live at 90 Proof Bar and Grill. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix.
Cowboys play their final home game this Sunday against the Chargers. Let's talk about it with Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys, joining us now on the Buyers Barricades guest line. And Stephen, Matt Eberflus said today that he and Brian Schottenheimer decided that it would be best for him to be in the booth over the final 3 games. What went into the decision-making to have your defensive coordinator move upstairs?
I just think, he and Shotty talked about it and how we could be better on the defensive side. And just felt like at the end of the day that he can make better adjustments and see things a little better from the box and give it a run to see if might help us.
Well, I mean,
I can barely hear you guys. There's some terrible background.
Sorry, Beth. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, all right, good. That's interesting. Now, Aaron Whitecotton is going to be down on the sidelines. I don't know, Stephen, is it I know you guys think highly of Whitecotton. Is that a possible tryout, perhaps, at see what he can do?
No, not at all. No, he's a great coach. This is just about seeing, giving Eberflus a different perspective, Coach Eberflus, and seeing, if there's some things he sees better up there and give it on.
Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys here on the Blitz. Stephen, I know the 21-day window for Trevon Diggs. If he doesn't play Sunday, he is done for the year. Do you expect to see number 7 out there?
Yeah, we still got another day of work tomorrow and the next day, so we'll see how that's coming. He's had a really good week so far, and but we want to see him get through the whole week of practice, without any hiccups, and we'll see what happens.
It's interesting, Stephen, because both Shoddy and Jerry have said that he's got to do some things that they haven't seen him do just yet. Are you saying he's doing those things this week a little bit better than perhaps he has been?
They're improving. We'll make that decision on Saturday.
Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. Stephen, I was watching the Hard Knocks episode last night, this week's version. I'm not sure which day it actually comes out, but the whole part about George Pickens and when Collinsworth and Tirico were talking to GP before the game, and then they go to the room where you guys were discussing them. Jerry seemingly talking about the future. How have conversations started with George's agent about an extension?
No, we've had no discussions with the agent. Obviously, these are just internal discussions as we start to get our hands around, kind of how the personnel looks and what that might look going forward as well.
Stephen, when you look at this team, and obviously you guys are not completely ruled out of the playoff situation, a lot of things have to happen. When you look at this team as it sits right now, what do you think are the most important pieces that you guys need to look at in the offseason?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is obviously we've played a lot of really good offensive football at times, and, we just got to be better on defense. We got to continue to get our hands around that and what that looks like and improve that. But, you are what you are in terms of where we sit, in the defensive rankings in this league, which is, down near the bottom. And we have to be better than that if we're going to, be in contention to do what we want to do, which is win the NFC East and have success in the playoffs.
Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys here on the Blitz. If Philly wins on Saturday, when you take the field Sunday, officially eliminated, I know Dak Prescott wants to play the final 3 games. I kind of want to see what development Joe Milton has had this year. Any chance of Joe Milton getting some playing time in 3 regular season games down the stretch?
Yeah, all we've been focused on is how do we win this game coming up. And until, as you said, we're mathematically eliminated, then, we might have other discussions. Right now, 100% focused on trying to win this game against the Chargers here at AT&T.
I'm assuming, Stephen, that it's a good time to evaluate players, and the players are going to know if that's the case and they're eliminated from the playoffs, that they are. You want to see how they continue to play and play hard, I would assume.
Absolutely. We're in this to win the football games down the home stretch. It'd be good for us and our momentum for the future. If for some reason we are eliminated at some point, and as you said, we'll be evaluating everybody who's out there playing.
Absolutely. Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys. Good luck on Sunday. I don't know if we'll have you next week because of Christmas. If we don't, Merry Christmas to you and your family,
Merry
Stephen.
Christmas, Stephen.
Hey, Merry Christmas, guys. It's always great being on with you. Take care.
Appreciate it. Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys here on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. online at buyersbarricades.com. I'm not sure if he was on the plane or in his truck or
not sure
or on a train, but we've been around Stephen enough. That might be as kind of frustrated and short on some of his answers. I think circling back, he didn't want to say, dude, Eberflus is out.
No.
But then to circle back, we're dead last in defense in a lot of categories, or damn near dead last, and that just isn't good enough.
Well, no, it's not. And so when your boss is saying that about you, and I'm talking about Steven saying that about Eberflus, it can't be good. And obviously, you asked the question about White Cotton and is that a tryout? He's not going to say it is, but you got to ask that because it looks like that's what it is.
Well, it's so interesting in the way in which the Cowboys have revealed that Eberflus is moving upstairs. It was Matt Eberflus who, today the coordinators talked, right? And so in Dallas, that's Matt Eberflus getting a chance to meet with the media. And basically it's like, he and Schottenheimer came to the decision, which sounds like you were voluntold, that he's going to be in the booth for the final 3 games. Quote, we think it's going to be a good adjustment. Now, Matt Eberflus has been on the sideline all season. Mm-hmm. He prefers to be on the sideline. Coordinators do have the choice. Some coordinators like to be up top because you get a different view and you can see everything develop. In a lot of ways, that's why broadcasters are where they are in the stadiums. As somebody that does a lot of play-by-play, I wouldn't be able to call a game from the field level. You don't see things develop. But when you're down there, you're seeing it from a different perspective. So, but coaches have their preference and their choice. Why now? Right? You're basically eliminated. And when you take the field Sunday, you're likely officially eliminated. But why now? If you thought you would get a better feel for making the adjustments, wouldn't you have done that 3 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago? That's why I'm with you. I think this is a chance for Aaron Whitecotton to have more say in what is going on, and Eberflus is upstairs out of the way, and Schottenheimer will be able to evaluate how Aaron Whitecotton is handling players on the sidelines and with the adjustments that he is making.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. I don't know where you can draw any other conclusion. Typically, now correct me if I'm wrong, but typically the offensive coordinator's always upstairs, or for the most part,
not
99% of the time.
A lot of the times, although like Kellen Moore, when he was calling plays in Dallas, he was doing it from the sideline, and then you see him sitting next to the quarterback. But you've got somebody else upstairs that is relaying what they're seeing defensively, and then they're looking at the iPads. So that's where I'm like, a little BS with this, is it's not 1989 where you're getting those Polaroids. Remember those machines? If he needs to see something from a different angle, all Eberflus has to do is pull up that iPad thing, that Microsoft Surface, whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah, because you got all of that.
You've got all the angles. You got the end zone angle. You got the side angle. So he has access on film. So the only thing that's an advantage to him is he's closer to the bathroom being up there, because his view in real time is going to be different, but he's still going to consult the video to make sure what he saw is what he saw. Let's go back to the play that we've talked a lot about this week from the Cowboys. Was 59 in the wrong gap, or was it 96 who didn't do his job? He'll be able to see that a little bit more clearer from up top in real time, but you get those plays almost instantly on the pad. So the idea that he's going to make better adjustments because he's up there, I'm not a coach. If you're a coach and you want to say that I'm full of it, that's fine. Call us up and tell me. But the way I see that in talking to coaches and with the video that they have access to on the sideline immediately, I don't know that I'm buying what the Cowboys are selling as far as Eberflus being able to do more adjustments from up there.
It's all BS. It is. And again, this has got to be a tryout for Aaron Whitecotton. How does he handle things? What is he going to be like down there? And they're trying to figure out life without Matt Eberflus. I mean, he has failed miserably. Now, you can say it's the players. You can say this, Micah, whatever you want to say. I don't really care. But as a defensive coordinator, he has failed miserably. It's been a horrible season defensively, even with the new additions. And there's no other way to with the exception of the 3 games that they played and they won.
They gave us all hope games.
Yes.
Yeah.
But other than that, the Detroit Lions figured them out pretty quick and put up a bunch of points against them. Minnesota figured them out pretty quick, put up a bunch of points against them. You can't have that. I don't care how good your offense is. If you're chasing points continually, you're not going to be successful.
You're not. Now, the other thing that Stephen Jones mentioned, and again, if you saw the Hard Knocks, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you can watch it. You could probably find the clips online. A definitive no. They have not talked to the agent when it comes to George Pickens and an extension. Yet, when you hear Jerry in that meeting room talking about George Pickens, that is Jerry who refers to him as I've got Superman. There is a want to extend. You can draw that conclusion from that. Now, talk to the agent? Apparently not. I'll take Stephen at his word. They haven't talked to him yet. But it does sound like the Cowboys do want to keep George Pickens around, even after the last couple of weeks that have been kind of tough. Now, George Pickens, in a meeting with the media this week, did try to give an explanation as to why his production has declined the last 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, just double coverage. It's really that simple. Just double coverage. Like I said, offensively, all we can do is just try to execute at a high level, depending on, no matter what that is.
Look, if you're going to be a number 1 wide receiver, he had no problem with double coverage when CeeDee Lamb was injured. And now all of a sudden he's got problems with it?
Well, I mean, I guess better defenses. So with those doubles, how do you become more effective?
Just keeping a guy inside and keeping a guy outside, or keeping a guy over the top and having a guy underneath just on one side of the field, which is mainly, like I said, a huge product of CDs going crazy, flows going crazy, which is super proud of them guys.
Yeah, well, that's good. I'm sure they're really proud of you too at this point in time.
Well, I mean, look, if Flo is going to have a big game because you're getting the coverage, then you take advantage of that.
Yes.
And I like that he's happy for him. CD, it does feel like he and CeeDee Lamb have quite a connection. In fact, he even talked about how, CD was taking up for George Pickens when Pickens was facing all that criticism.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely what it felt like. But I can't, really get into that. Everybody got a job to do.
There's a lot of scrutiny that comes with playing for the Steelers, but is it even more magnified playing here?
Nah, not really. Kind of like what I told him. Everybody has a job to do. Some people's job is to do that. It's like tear down character, see how much clicks they can get. But I'm just here to play football and help the team, honestly.
How do you keep your head focused then?
Just stay with the guys because they definitely got the same mindset as me.
Are you used to it at this point?
Oh, yeah. Starting to get kind of old, honestly.
Well, I mean, get used to it. You're in Dallas.
Yep.
You're a Dallas Cowboy. If you can't handle the criticism now, it's only going to get worse. So, I mean, goodness gracious. That's just ridiculous. Oh, it's starting to get old now. Well, why don't you go out and play well, and that'll stop that kind of crap. You go out and have a good game, I promise you everybody will be praising you again. And, the media was probably just fine when everybody said he was the greatest and he was this and that and little criticism. Now he said the media sucks.
Well, I mean, everybody's got to get their clicks. And again, let's face it, the last 2 weeks, the production is obvious. I did find it interesting, the effort that we all watched on television and saw and commented on, and in that Detroit game, and the amount of criticism he got on the broadcast. And in the Sunday night game with Tirico and Collinsworth, you didn't have that same level of criticism, yet the effort off the ball on plays where you knew he wasn't getting it was about the same. And I thought that was interesting, and you almost wonder why. because it wasn't the same. Now you get this Chargers game coming up. You're likely to take that field knowing that you got 3 games left in the season, knowing that the Eagles are going to win on Saturday. You're going to wake up Sunday. You're going to go to work, and you just get to play. And that's really what pisses me off about the Minnesota game. That's a team that knew they were eliminated before they took the field on Sunday Night Football, and you wouldn't know it. All right, there's no way that Kevin O'Connell shielded that from the team, and they didn't know that they were eliminated, but they went out and they kicked ass. That's what I want to see from the Cowboys on Sunday.
Well, and that's what you would expect to see. You're professional athletes. You get paid to play football. You get paid to win games. And I don't care if you're eliminated or not. And that's respect is for Dak Prescott just goes up and up. The quote that we read earlier from him, what he was saying is, dude, I don't take it for granted because I missed a lot of games. I don't take games for granted. I want to play in every game I possibly can. I don't want to sit out. And I tell you, the respect level for that man is just really off the chart. I know I give him a hard time and criticize his play and all that, but as a man, as a leader of that ball club, Dak Prescott is right there with the best of them.
And again, he says he wants to absolutely play in the next 3 games. Being a professional, this is my job. This is what I love to do. Sitting out last year and the times before, you don't take this game for granted. You play every game to win. And blah blah. And I agree with him. But also, I want to see Joe Milton play. Maybe not Sunday, because it's the Chargers game and it's at home. But when they're on the road at New York and at Washington, the final 2 games, although Christmas Day, I don't necessarily know that I don't want to see Joe Milton as a Cowboy.
Nobody does.
But as a Cowboy fan, and if you're evaluating, and we hear from all these coaches, the only way to get better at playing football is playing football, especially meaningful football. I think the Cowboys need to play Joe Milton some. And from a standpoint of maybe he doesn't start, but he gets the second half, something to where he can get some meaningful reps. And when they're meaningless games, because they will be, as far as trying to get into the playoffs, and you don't have this conversation if the playoffs are on tap, but there's probably a handful of players that Schottenheimer probably wants to get a better look at, and this would be a good time to do it, which is why Joe Milton got to play 1 game last year at New England. It was the last one. It didn't matter. All right, let's see what you got, Joe, and get out there and go do something.
But he played well enough that the Cowboys traded for him.
Yep.
So it worked out pretty well for him. To me, that's going to be up to Dak Prescott. I think if Schottenheimer went to Prescott and said, look, we'd really like to see Joe Milton, and I think Prescott would understand that.
Yeah.
But it's got to be his call. And look, he wants to play football. It's what they do.
Sure.
He don't want to sit on the sidelines. He didn't want to do that. And he wants to get out there. You want to play. And look, you got 3 games left. What are the Cowboys, 6-7-1? Hey, they could finish with a winning record. I mean, that goal could be there, and maybe that's what they want.
I really want them at 9.
Well, I know you do. But, I mean, do they want to finish at 6-10-1? I mean, because that's a possibility with Joe Milton at quarterback. And maybe he plays better than that. I don't know. But, look, Dak needs to play as long as Dak wants to play. I think he's earned that right. And if he wants to play the rest of the 3 games, all of them, I think that's Dak Prescott's call to make.
I agree. And pull this, because if he shatters an ankle or shreds a knee, every Cowboy fan is going to say, why the hell was he out there? They will. And again, it's human nature. We all get it. Just kind of like Manu Ginobili snapping his elbow in, 2008, when they were the 1 seed and then lost to
Memphis.
It was an 8. Was it 8, 12, 9?
No, they
11?
were 1.
Whatever
they
it
were
was.
a 1 seed.
But
Memphis
whatever.
was an 8 seed.
And a meaningless game, snapped his elbow, and there goes that opportunity. And why was he out there? Because he's a basketball player.
That's exactly right.
And the injuries are part of it. You can't play scared, but you can play smart. And I will say this, and I truly believe this. I've been saying it. If Cooper Rush were still QB2, I wouldn't be saying that. I just want to see what Joe Milton can do as an NFL quarterback. You know, my only real memory of Joe Milton in a game that mattered was when he was at the University of Tennessee and destroyed the UTSA Roadrunners. Had an 80-some-odd yard run on the second or third play of the game. And preseason football, I mean, I know that he doesn't know the difference or didn't know the difference when we were in Oxnard between touch on a 5-yard pass or a 40-yard bomb, man. What was Schottenheimer? He
Piss
does
missiles.
Nothing but piss missiles.
Yes.
At some point, you got to
stand back there and rip piss missiles at people.
Yeah,
you got to find some touch.
So has he found any in practice over the last several months?
Wow. Look, again, and I will say, and I couldn't disagree more, I don't care if Joe Milton plays one snap. Quite frankly, there's so many backup quarterbacks that don't get that opportunity, still come out when the other guy's gone and they perform and they do it well. Joe, that's on Joe Milton and the coaching staff elsewhere. Again, to me, if I'm Dak Prescott, I'm playing football. It's what I do. It's what I get paid to do. I want to win games. I don't want to sit there and watch somebody else play football. I want to play football, and I think as long as Dak wants to do that, he'll continue to do that.
And look, there's only so many games. I get it, and I love knowing that a guy wants to play. Right? I mean, you only get so many opportunities, so go play. I'm with you, but you also have to develop, and there's that fine balance, which is why I don't think it's 100% or should be 100% Dak's choice. Sometimes you got to do what's best for the team, and seeing what you have in your backup quarterback is quite frankly, necessary. We'll see ultimately what happens. Now, knowing that you and I are going to the game, I want to see Dak Prescott.
Of course. And so does everybody else, because it is the Chargers who are still right in the thick of the playoff chase. And a win, lose, whatever happens that game Sunday afternoon affects a lot of teams, and it affects the competitive balance at the NFL. So it sounded like from Stephen Jones when he joined us just a few minutes ago that Dak will play, and they're going to go out and try to win this game, whether Philadelphia wins on Saturday or not. They're going to go out, at least this one, they're going to go out and try to win this game. The next two games are meaningless for everybody against Washington and the Giants. Meaningless for everybody. It doesn't affect anyone. Nobody. So you want to play backups and third stringers, then go ahead.
Yeah, but then they're going to ruin my Christmas.
Well,
I don't know.
And then Roger Goodell might call and say, no, we're not.
Let the Ravens play Cooper Rush.
Yeah.
I got a Ravens fan that just flipped me off. Did you see that? Did you see that?
He did. That was a quick finger.
That was. I mean,
holy cow.
Northeast type, you understand. We were just in Baltimore.
I know. That's what they do.
It's understandable.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
It's
a whole
crazy.
Different meaning of birds up there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Speaking of birds up, Jeff Traylor was on a heater with the media talking about the state of college football and what he faces as the Roadrunners head up to their bowl game up there in North Texas. We'll hear from Jeff when we continue here live from 90 Proof Bar and Grill. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons, especially this time of year with all the holiday parties and family in town and whatnot. If you get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast, you know the best way to do that is by calling my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. They are discreet and confidential and open 24/7 with offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. So if you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
Even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
We expect our information in real time. US Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as that's 888-665-0696.
By texting 24700, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from J.Crew Factory. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at jcrew.com.
Need last-minute gifts? J.Crew Factory has got you covered. Enjoy up to 60% off store-wide and shop cozy matching pajamas, toasty sweaters, amazing outerwear, festive accessories, and so much more. Get in the spirit at J.Crew Factory, where you'll score our exclusive collection of classic styles for the whole family at prices that can't be beat. And today, save even more. Just text GIFTING to 24700 to receive an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more at your nearest J.Crew Factory store. Visit jcrewfactory.com to find your nearest San Antonio area store today. But first, get an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more when you text GIFTING to 24700. Text GIFTING to 24700 to get your $25 off coupon. That's GIFTING to 24700. See a store associate for details.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
San Antonio Spurs return to action tonight. They're taking on the Washington Wizards inside the Frost Bank Center. Tip-off is set for 7 o'clock. Spurs guard De'Aaron Fox named to the All-NBA Cup tournament team after averaging 22 points, 8 assists, helping the Spurs to a 5-2 record. And we've got Thursday Night Football tonight, an epic NFC West showdown. The Rams in Seattle. You can listen to it here beginning at 6:30.
Sports Center brought to you by Synergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowt.com.
Joe Reinagle.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Live out at 90 Proof Bar and Grill. That's where we are today. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You need to get out here. You got an hour left in the broadcast. Beer Santa and our friends from Flight by Yuengling are here giving away stuff. We just gave away another Kanga cooler to a lucky dude. And we got more prizes to give away. We got a nice young lady walking around delivering samples of Flight by Yuengling.
Yep.
And making everybody happy. And I'm sure converting a bunch of people. I mean, my goodness, when a young lady like that comes up with a nice cold beer, you can't say no.
You can't say no.
Can't say no.
Can't say no.
Even the dude from Philly said yes.
He hurt his neck.
Yeah. He did?
It's understand. Well, look at it. I mean, he just keeps looking over at the. Yeah. I mean, again.
I'm not mad at it.
No, and you shouldn't be.
And of course
you
not.
You come over here and hurt your neck, too. It's worth it.
Yeah.
It is definitely worth it.
It's a really cool place. Nice bar. It's got a great atmosphere, and it's a cool place.
Well, and, a lot of times we do events like this, and people show up, and then they all sit together, and they become friends. It's that community, the Blitz, San Antonio Sports Star, you're hanging out alone. You get an Eagle fan, he's by himself. Then you get a Raven fan, and he's sitting by himself. And
what does that tell you?
They're from areas where they just don't like each other. They're both birds. They, it's just, I don't know. They're not known to be friendly communities. That dude would rather sit alone with his beer and not hear about Baltimore. And then Baltimore guy is pissed because that dude's got trophies that he's going to brag about. I mean, we understand how this works, right?
Well, dude, if I was the Philly guy or the Baltimore, I wouldn't want to sit with the other either.
Well, I mean, it's understandable, right? I see, and then they start yelling at you with headphones on. You can't hear what they're saying.
A word you just said,
right? Which they're used to being ignored though, so that's normal, right? it goes that way.
We happen to know another Baltimore Raven fan, and
we do.
Yeah, so they're out there.
Oh yeah.
Every now and then you find one, but that's all right. Philly fans around as well.
Yeah, well, and this guy, he's from North Philly. He's like, this isn't a bandwagon T-shirt, fan. He's from North Philly.
He is. I tell you what, though, I wouldn't piss him off, Minix.
Well, he's not from South Philly.
Well,
you can piss off the ones from North Philly.
He looks like he could make a phone call, and you'd be found in the desert somewhere.
Now those are the South Philly types.
I don't care.
North Philly's the suburbs and gated neighborhoods. I mean, come on. South Philly. Yeah, that's a different story.
Joe Pesci walking into a room, he's going to take you in there, but hey, Minix, come in here, I'll buy you a beer. It takes you into the back room, and bam.
Yeah, you're gone, huh?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. I know. He's got the IROC here in the parking lot with no rims.
Exactly.
There is a crazy video floating around the internet, and I pray to God this is true. I've got to be honest. You see some of these videos on social media now involving animals, and you wonder if they're real or if they're AI. But according to this video, and it's funny as hell, so even if it's not real, it's funny as hell.
It's hilarious.
But at a Texas megachurch, now this is from @Dallas Texas TV, which is a great social follow. So I don't know which megachurch, but it says down in Houston. That doesn't look like the old Summit, but there's mega churches all over. But for their Christmas celebration, they've got real camels coming into the congregation, which is cool. Like, dude, they got real camels.
Right. They're reenacting the whole event.
And one of the camels just lifts a leg and kicks a lady right in the face.
I know. Knocks her out. It's just like, bam.
She's out cold.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what she said, and that's why, she got kicked. Because, if you're a camel, and you've been camels have been around forever, right? But one gets on TV saying hump day, and now everybody wants their camels they're tired of that. Boom, kicked her right in the face.
Well, I wonder what that lady said. She had to say something.
To
piss that camel off like that.
When it first starts to lift the leg, I'm thinking she's about to get peed on. Which
camels don't lift a leg to pee, do they?
I don't know how camels pee.
I have no idea.
Are they like dogs? I don't know. Although I think after watching this and seeing how far she flies, boom.
Oh my gosh!
I would rather get peed on by a camel than kicked by a camel because that woman had to go see a dentist afterwards.
Well, I hope she's all right. Quite frankly.
Well,
that was a flush shot to the side of the head. Bam! Goodness gracious! That camel. She said something like, I don't know. She
hump
said
day?
something. So
Shut up, lady.
Shut
up.
That hump is a little small, isn't it, Mr. Camel?
It ain't Wednesday.
And boom goes the dynamite.
And what's crazy, there's a variety of videos of angles. And there's another angle, and it might be a better one. But, little kick, and it keeps walking. And then the other camel walking behind it. And now everybody in this other angle, they saw what happened to her, and they're all moving away from. I don't want that aisle seat now.
Hell no. Now we can't. They probably thought it was a pretty good idea. Hey, there's camels here. We're going to get a great look at the show, and then you got a great look at a camel's hoof.
Boom,
boom,
boom. I think that camel's name is going to be known as Brandon Aubrey. Man, there's a lot of power in that leg.
Well, dude, I'm going to tell you what, that woman's going to have a horseshoe imprint.
Can say I did not expect to see that today. And again, I can't be alone. You see so many crazy animal videos right now on social media. Like there's one of an alligator trying to eat a deer that's floating around today. Now, it's a very lifelike looking photo of a deer drinking water, and the alligator comes out of the water and attacks it and just slides back down,
thinking he's got an easy meal.
And then it goes and gets it again, and he slides back down. I don't know if that's real or not, but it's funny as hell.
Well, I think it was real. That poor damn alligator's like, what the hell?
Exactly.
This isn't how it's supposed to work.
No.
Damn. I don't know, dude. It's crazy stuff. Jeff Traylor. He's going up to the First Responders Bowl.
He is.
And he's going to be light in the player department.
He is going to be light in the player department. Says he could be down upwards of 20 dudes for the game.
We'll be a shell of ourselves. But whoever we got out there, we're going to go out there and play the best we can. It's just the numbers so big with all the tampering, all the agents, it's coaches too. It's all of them. Our kids are being numbered they're being promised such incredible numbers. They're getting lured into the portal. I just hope all the things those coaches and the agents are promising they're going to do for my kids. I really hope so. And I hate it because I really want to coach them in a bowl game, but they're getting leveraged out of it. Their agents are telling them that they got to not play in the bowl and they'll get this number. They don't play in the bowl, so it's ridiculous. I hate what's going on with college football. I just think the numbers has gotten so large. You're talking about teams that have $26 million to $40 million, and the number's just too big. And who knows if they're being told the truth. It's sad. It really is sad. I never thought we'd be, punished for making a bowl game by being leveraged, that if you don't give them this certain number, they're not going to play in the bowl. But I'm going to celebrate the kids we have left. Whoever that is, we're going to go out there and play our tails off. And I'm very grateful for them. And again, I hate that we're talking about the 10 to 15 that probably are not going to play in the game, or 20, whatever that number ends up being. We should be talking about the 90 to 85 that are going to go play with their teammates.
Boy, I tell you what, it's got to be tough for not just Jeff Traylor, for any coach in his situation at a school the size of UTSA. And it's just got, because that's exactly what's like, a bunch of buzzards. These big schools just flying around and waiting to pick off some of the best players that you have and promising them the moon. It's got to be tough.
You can tell he's frustrated when he says he loves coaching. He loves coaching players. He loves creating relationships with players. But you can tell it's not just about that anymore. It is big business. And you've got players, because their deals all, I believe, end, or most of them end at the end of the regular season. So the new deal starts with the bowl game. So how much do I get for this bowl game? And the other part, and you could tell from a couple of years ago when this first started, Jeff Traylor would talk about how his players would tell him who called and how much. Now they're not, because it has become big business, and that's a big problem in the current state of college football.
It's like I had just woke up in another world as compared to where we were 6 years ago. The last time we went to the First Responders Bowl, how many of our guys now would show up at 5 a.m. to get 3 nurses stick Q-tips in your nose so you could practice that day? And now we're opting out because you don't get a certain number, and playing the bowl. It's sad what we're doing to kids. It really is. And I hate it, because I swore I wasn't going to let y'all get me into this anymore. But y'all are smart. Y'all are seeing all the kids that are opting out of the game. What am I going to do, sit up here and lie to y'all? I mean, I can't lie to you. You got to comment on it. It's terrible what we're doing. There's no such thing as tampering. There's no such thing. Coaches talk to players. Agents talk to players. Oh, well, then turn them in, coach. You think those players are going to give me the coach that's actually talking to them? Why? It's driving the price up. The more they get driven up, the price goes up higher and higher and higher. And as long as there's people going to pay it, who's going to stop it? What's going to stop this? What's going to stop it? Only the free enterprise system is going to stop it. Because when there's no more money left, what are we going to all do?
That's a great question. When there's no more money left, what are we all going to do? It's a great question. And I guess what baffles me, Jason, is the fact that there are a lot of smart people, whether it's the congressmen and women in Washington, the senators in Washington, or folks that serve in the NCAA, conference commissioners. I mean, there are a bunch of smart people. They didn't get there because they're dumb. You got to believe that they could figure out a way to make this a level playing field that is sustainable, so we can enjoy college athletics for 100 more years.
So they are smart, but they're also self-serving with different goals. They're selfish. Why would the SEC weaken what they can do to help out the American? Why would the Big Ten weaken what they can do to help out the Sun Belt. And that's part of the problem. They're all a bunch of smart people, and when they get in the room, they want to do what's best for them. And you guys jump on board with what we're doing. And it's not a level playing field when you look at what the SEC and the Big Ten can do, which is more than the Big 12 and the ACC, which is a lot more than, say, the Sun Belt and the American. That's the bigger part of the problem. They're all smart people that get in the room with an agenda to get their way. And again, if I'm the SEC, and if Jeff Traylor would move to an SEC school, he would be on board with the benefits of being in the SEC, right? I mean, Eric Morris going from the American to the Big 12 now has a lot more abilities because he has a lot more money, and things flow a little bit differently there because they are all self-serving.
I just wonder, and I'd love to talk to Jeff off the air and talk to him off the record. Say, man, do you regret not taking that Texas Tech job?
Ooh.
I mean, look at Joey McGuire right now. He's in the playoffs. They're the 4th seed.
He's got a Cody Campbell.
They have got a defense that is lights out, and they've got a real shot to make some noise, man.
Yeah.
So I tell you what, it's interesting to see. I'd like to talk to him, that's for sure. Well, I know somebody we are going to talk to, and that's the General, John McClain. Those Houston Texans could actually make some noise in the NFL playoffs. We'll talk to John about that, and who knows what else when we continue live at 90 Proof Bar and Grill. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday morning at 11, the Aggies host the Miami Hurricanes, presented by Just Pots. Pre-game at 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
My name is Whitney Allen. I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
As a fan, you know all the important sports cliches. And when you save money by bundling your home and auto with Progressive, you can get out there and give it 110%, even though that's mathematically impossible. And remember, failure is not an option. Well, it's always an option, just not a good one. But you're not worried because you've got ice in your veins. You're on fire. How can both of those things be true at the same time? Well, that's between you and your doctor. So get out there and leave it all on the field. Leave what? Who cares? Just leave it and save with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates, other insurers, not available in all states or situations.
Pork rinds are the crunch time hero of the snack aisle. Low carb, collagen packed, and high in protein, so you can keep the energy high without the guilt. The porkrinds.com Instagram will make a crunch time donation with each share of the Crunch Time Hero College Football Post, with each share equaling a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to helping families dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Share on Instagram today and grab yourself a bag of Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
'Tis the season to save big with the Red Tag Sales Event at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville. Buy the new 2026 Silverado 1500 at a low $32,999, or save $10,000 off MSRP on 2025 Silverado heavy duties. Lease the new Trax for only $189 a month, and this month get 0% financing on a new 2026 Equinox. Together, let's drive. North Park Chevrolet by Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've been representing people injured in traffic collisions here in San Antonio for more than 30 years. After a collision, I've spoken to many people who wanted to believe that the other driver's insurance company would be fair and they really didn't need an attorney. They thought that the insurance company would pay their medical bills and do the right thing. I wish that were true, but trying to go it alone is a big, big mistake. If you have been injured, please know the other driver's insurance company has adjusters and attorneys working against your interest. If insurance companies were trying to get to heaven, I'd be out of a job, gladly. That is just not the world we live in, though. Call me as soon as you can if you are injured in a traffic collision. I do not charge anything to review your case with you. I'll tell you what you need to do and what you should not do. If you want a smart and fair result, you'll need to make smart decisions along the way. And that is what I do. You and I will make smart decisions for you and your family, and we'll get justice and fair results. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just one visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
Hey, it's Rob Thompson here, and I'll tell you what, it's holiday season. My bags are packed, travel plans are set, and the roads and airports are filling up. I want to remind you that while you're heading out of town, Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit has your pups covered. It's a luxury pet care you can trust while you're away. They've got over 17,000 square feet of pet paradise, more than an acre of play outside, plus training and spa treatments. It's a holiday staycation that your four-legged MVP certainly deserves and will absolutely love. Book your pup spot today. Call 210-750-1298.
Welcome back to Winter, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the Morning Huddles. AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
I have a question for AJ. Like, do you actually wear a fake headset on game day? Because I have a vision of you just like with a headset on, like, you know, going through the motions.
Andy Reid.
Really awesome.
He knows Coach Reid. He's got a menu.
Fake Andy Reid. Yeah, fake Andy Reid. I love that guy. I mean, fake Andy Reid who's got his headset. I just wondered because, again, you are very knowledgeable, but I think that's what I'm going to do when I retire is I'm just going to sit around with a headset and talk to nobody but myself.
Oh, yeah.
You know, hey, go for it here.
Keep a challenge flag in your sock.
And then I tell myself, oh my God. I can't believe Shotty did this. I'm going to talk to him on the radio on Friday, and I can't believe he did this.
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game. Friday mornings, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
The NFL is on 94.1.
Well, the Houston Texans looked really good last week, although it was a bye week for them. They beat the Las Vegas Raiders. Everybody beats them, but they are looking good. That defense looks good, and C.J. Stroud may have had his best game this year, for that matter. So this is the Blitz. We're live at 90 Proof Bar and Grill.
I'm just curious because we're here with our friends from Flight by Yuengling.
Yes.
How many you have had, or are you projecting into next week because they have the Raiders on Sunday?
Well,
this week
they just beat
the Cardinals.
Oh, same thing. Same thing.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I am projecting into this week. It's a bye week, for goodness sake.
Yeah, he's going to have his best game, man. You're just getting ready for the holidays.
Just putting it out there in the atmosphere. Unfortunately, I haven't had a drop.
I know. I was like, what's in that water over there, sir?
Well, I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I'm getting it from the bar over there. I don't know what they put in that thing. Yeah.
Exactly. John McClain, the general, joining us now on the Buyers Barricades at Guest Line. You going to sleep through this one? The Raiders?
Am I going to sleep through this one?
Yeah.
Well, the Texans, after they beat the good teams in the toughest part of their schedule, now they've got the best part. And D'Amico Ryan was not happy with his defense, even though they only gave up 20 points and won by 20 against Arizona. And I expect the players got the message. And, the key is, can they deal the Raiders their second consecutive shutout? It looks like Geno Smith will play over Kenny Pickett. I don't think it matters. The Texans ought to win this game decisively. And the best part about the last one is that, as Joe mentioned, C.J. Stroud continues to get better since he's come back from his concussion. But the key is that he's gotten protection. He is one of the highest rated quarterbacks in balls thrown to the middle of the field. And to do that, you got to be able to drop back, get protection, and throw the ball down the middle instead of having to roll to your right all the time. And he's been real good at that too. So I look for them to win this game handily. I think last week I picked 30-13. This week I'm picking 33-6. And then they got the big one where they go to the Chargers and play this week. If Jacksonville loses at Denver, the Texans should be tied for first next week. Jaguars have 2 easy games after that against the Colts and the Titans. And the Texans will play at the Chargers and host the Colts. So I think they'll be tied for first place. But if Jacksonville were to go into Denver and upset the Broncos, we're going to have to start talking about the Jaguars as a legitimate Super Bowl contender.
You're exactly right, John. What is the tiebreaker situation? Do you know, between Jacksonville and Houston?
I don't. I know the tiebreaker. If they have the same record, they split the series. It goes to division record, then records versus common opponents, then conference record, which I've never understood that. Conference ought to be over that when it comes to deciding a division champion, but I haven't tweeted or talked anything about tiebreakers yet because I think there's plenty of time. I guess I should know it by next week. I promise you I will know it.
All right, you got your homework to do. John McClain, you're on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. You talk about Jacksonville being a legit Super Bowl contender. The way the offense has played the last couple of weeks, we already know the Texans' defense is Super Bowl quality. Is the offense Super Bowl capable, if you will? At what point do you put Houston in that legit Super Bowl contender category?
I still don't do it. I think the top 4 teams are the Rams and the Seahawks and the NFC and the Broncos and the Bills and the AFC. I would put the Patriots, because the Patriots, even though they've won a lot, they just got beat at home by Buffalo after leading 21-0. Drake May's just in his second season. I put the Patriots in that group with the Texans right behind them. I don't think the Steelers have a chance. But I want to see the Texans have a good offensive game against a good team like the Chargers. And that'll be the test. It's one thing to beat up on injury depleted defenses like the Ravens and the 49ers were. And the best offensive performance they've had all season was the fourth quarter of the Jacksonville game when Davis Mills started. But that jump-started their current winning streak. And if they were to win out over the Chargers and Colts and finish with a 9-game winning streak, that happened in 2018 when Bill O'Brien was the coach. And then they fooled around and got beat at home in a wild card game by the Colts and Andrew Luck. And so I want to see this offense play well, score more than 20 points against the Chargers.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see, and that's in L.A., so be a little bit tougher. The Cowboys, of course, have the Chargers this week, John, so maybe they'll soften them up for you a little bit. I don't know. Who knows? When you and I know you put them in your rankings, but defensively, and you know as well as I do, John, there have been a lot of teams who have great defenses and not so great offenses go on and win Super Bowls. I kind of put Houston in that, although I think they have a better offense now and it's coming together than, I don't know, say that Trent Dilfer team with Tampa Bay or Baltimore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With that defense, I think anything's possible, and Houston could certainly sneak in there and surprise a lot of people.
Well, Brad, I think you're also talking about Brad Johnson with the Buccaneers when they had the biggest defensive performance other than the '85 Bears. And but I just don't see it. Maybe I will. But right now, the offensive line is still inconsistent. They still struggle to run the ball. Everybody, it did help last week. And I'm curious to see how they'll play these guys. Jawar Jordan, a 6th-round pick last year, who was on the practice squad for 2 years, was activated because Nick Chubb was out, and he was going to be the third-string running back behind Woody Marks and Darren Bawali. And then Marks got hurt. He played. He had a 50-yard run. He finished with 101 yards on 15 carries. So they know that he can do the job. But what is interesting about that, if you take away that 50-yard run, they average 3 yards a carry. So they still don't run the ball well. They still struggle in the red zone. And I think I still have questions about Nick Cayley's play calling when they get down to the red zone and they try to move people off the ball, and they just don't have any luck with it. So I also am interested to see if Chubb's out in this game, if Woody Marks is kept out to save him for the Chargers, because you need all hands on deck for the Chargers. Now, I don't think they'll do that. They certainly wouldn't admit it if they did, because it'd be insulting to the Raiders. But at this point, the Raiders are trying to get the first overall pick so they can get Fernando Mendoza.
Going to be interesting. John McClain joining us here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. In the AFC, obviously, Patrick Mahomes won't be in the postseason. Joe Burrow won't be in the postseason. It's likely Lamar Jackson won't be in the postseason. If you're Josh Allen, do you look around and say, this is my year to go get this? But every AFC team is probably saying the same thing, because you likely aren't going to play the 3 best quarterbacks in the AFC, not named Josh Allen.
The thing about Allen is, he gets in the playoffs every year, but he couldn't beat the Chiefs. So if they get home field advantage, I can't see them blowing it, not going to their first Super Bowl since they lost 4 in a row. And I don't see him letting that happen. But, I know this. If I'm the Texans, the last place I want to play is Buffalo, because they've embarrassed Josh Allen in each of the last 2 seasons here. And I don't think they could do it again, no matter how great their defense is. They'd be better off going to New England and play where they won last year, even though Drake May played real well, then playing at Buffalo. I'd like to see him get another shot at the Broncos. That's the game they played here, in which C.J. Stroud suffered his concussion, and the Broncos won on a field goal at the end. I would like to see Bo Nix going up against C.J. Stroud. I still think the Rams and the Seahawks, the Rams, I think, are the best team in the NFC, and I think Buffalo is the best team in the AFC. And if that holds true, then they'd both be in the Super Bowl. And just about everybody would be rooting for Allen and the Bills, except maybe people in the L.A. area.
I don't know if people in the L.A. area root for anybody, John, to be honest with you.
The Cowboys.
The Lakers.
The Lakers, that's about it.
Them.
I've got to ask you this question, John. Today, Sarkisian fired his defensive coordinator, and Dwayne Aquina, who has been with Texas for, 100 years. What do you make of that? Obviously, Will Muschamp is coming back to run that defense, but I didn't think the defense was the problem this year. What do you think?
Well, it's interesting that they did that. They fired their running backs coach, I believe, already, and the timing is so strange. So many coaches are having problems because their players are either have entered the portal and they're not going to play their bowl games. I remember A&M was here, I think, 2 years ago, and it was good for the coaches because they were looking at players that would play next year and not the players who had played this year. But it's terrible because, the bowl games and the teams want to win, and they want to put their best foot forward. I can't imagine there was a rush to get Muschamp. I don't think he was even in football this year and his last job was with Georgia. So I found the timing very strange.
Speaking of strange and timing, Cowboys defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus said he and Schottenheimer decided together, although it sounds like he was voluntold. He's moving from the sidelines to upstairs in the box for the final 3 games, and Aaron Whitecotton is going to be making the on-field adjustments. I kind of look at that as Eberflus is on his way out, and it's a 3-game trial for Whitecotton. Stephen Jones was on with us earlier today, and he said, no, that's not the case. It's just a different perspective for Eberflus. In today's world, with a video on the sideline with the Microsoft Surface pads, what do you make of Eberflus for the final 3 games, getting closer to the bathroom?
I think if you guys could have seen Stephen, his nose would have been growing as he said that. Obviously, Eberflus was made to do that. Jerry Jones was not happy with the defense. He's been put on alert. I think you can stick a fork in Matt Eberflus. And it's too bad because he's been a good defensive coach. And the Cowboys got a lot of issues. You know, it didn't help the defense that he lost his best pass rusher, but Jerry's not going to take this failure lying down. Some changes will be made.
But, yeah, no doubt about it. And we'll see what happens, but I'm with you. I think Matt Eberflus is all done, and they'll go into their 4th defensive coordinator in the last 4 years, which is not good for anybody.
And to me, that would be the only reason why Eberflus comes back, because Jerry always talks about wanting continuity, and you don't do that by changing your coordinator year after year after year. Make sure you follow John McClain on Twitter, because he's got his Twitter X account back at McClain_on_NFL. Enjoy that thrilling Raiders game on Sunday. John, we'll talk to you next week.
Can't wait. Guys, thank you very much. I'll talk to you on Wednesday.
Absolutely. The great John McClain here on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online, buyersbarricades.com.
Jason, just see a Todd Archer tweet. Deron Bland is facing surgery on his left foot for the 2nd time in as many years. Bland apparently seeking a second opinion. No surgery scheduled yet, but it appears he's going on the IR. He's done for the season.
Yeah, their season's over. We could put that off if we're in the playoffs, since we're not. Go under the knife, get it done, and start your rehab. Be ready for off season.
Wow. Tough season.
Diggs will be ready, though.
Diggs will be ready?
If Bland isn't there, I can promise you Diggs will be ready. That'd be my guess.
Yeah, perhaps.
Not official yet, but 1 in, 1 out.
We will we'll follow that for sure. 90 Proof Bar and Grill, that's where we are. A lot of folks out here enjoying Flight by Yuengling. Beer Santa's here. Our friends from Flight by Yuengling are here. It's been a great time out here today, but we're not done yet. I'll wrap this thing up when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Friday on the Morning Huddle. Guess what starts tonight? College football playoffs. We'll talk about that.
The real nervousness begins, right? Oh, my goodness. We also got Spurs playing and nut-cutting time in the NFL. Lots to talk about. Get here early. Party is, I'd say.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Last year, we bought over 54,000 cars from your friends and neighbors. Why did they sell us their cars? Because we pay more at GiveMeTheVin.com. And why do we pay more? Because you and I both know that your car is worth more than others will offer you. And your time is worth more, too. I'm John Clay Wolf, and I created GiveMeTheVin.com. Sell me your car faster and hassle-free, because you're worth more.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Hey, it's Rob Thompson here, and I'll tell you what, it's holiday season. My bags are packed, travel plans are set, and the roads and airports are filling up. I want to remind you that while you're heading out of town, Blue Bonnet Bunk and Biscuit has your pups covered. It's a luxury pet care you can trust while you're away. They've got over 17,000 square feet of pet paradise, more than an acre of play outside, plus training and spa treatments. It's a holiday staycation that your four-legged MVP certainly deserves and will absolutely love. Book your pup spot today. Call 210-750-1298.
When your business needs an electrician, for over 35 years, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio. Powered by relationships with dedicated estimators who analyze the issue, research cost-effective solutions, and clearly communicate the options without charging you a dime. A proven process that allows you to continue focusing on your unique purpose. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or hill-electric.com.
Feel like hitting the jackpot? At Thomas J. Henry, we're making it happen, and you don't even need to buy a ticket. We're giving away $5,000 in cash every week to 5 people from now till December. And then in December, we're giving 2 lucky winners $100,000 each. No scratch-offs, no numbers to pick. Just go to thomasjhenrylaw.com and enter today. Thomas J. Henry. Big wins. No ticket required. No purchase necessary. See rules at thomasjhenrylaw.com.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. This time of year is decision time for a lot of people, but it's also when you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, joining MediShare means saving about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. More than 1 million people are now part of healthcare sharing because it just makes so much sense, especially right now. And MediShare is the gold standard. Members like it a lot. We know this from member surveys. MediShare has been around for over 30 years. It is a proven thing. And if you join before December 31st and you mention the promo code SHARE, they'll waive your application fee. So you save $100 right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline is December 31st. So call now. You'll save even more. Here's the number. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
For a limited time, get a free K5 reverse osmosis drinking water station when you purchase a Connecticut water softener. Clean, great tasting water at your kitchen sink. Hurry before they're gone.
ConnecticutSA.com. You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
This Christmas season, visit your local Boot Barn store for top quality gifts that pay tribute to the lasting heritage of the West. From handcrafted cowboy boots and American-made felt hats to premium leather jackets, our in-store partners will help guide you as you shop, assisting with boot fitting and providing complimentary hat shaping. This Christmas, share a piece of the American spirit. Boot Barn. Unwrap the West.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday morning at 11, the Aggies host the Miami Hurricanes, presented by Just Pots. Pregame at 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Live from 90 Proof Bar and Grill right here on Highway 90. Had a great time out here. A lot of folks out here enjoying this Thursday afternoon, and we're happy that they stopped by. Our friends from Flight by Yuengling are here as well, and they've been giving stuff away all day long, including samples of Flight by Yuengling.
And if you're close, get on over here because the final drawing will happen in about 17 minutes at 6 o'clock. And I see Caden adding more entries into the bin. So drawings coming up, and our friends from Flight by Yuengling, the bartender came over. We had a listener here earlier, bought us some beers, and she was like, when do you want them? And I said, right at 5:55.
Absolutely.
And she looked at me, and I was like, that's when we get off the air. And she's like, I will be here with cold beers for you. Flight by Yuengling's rocking and rolling and ready to go. And, of course, we start drinking and Pledge, who's been off all week, came to work today, and he gets to do a show as he gets ready for the 72-ounce steak challenge coming up on Saturday night.
That's going to be interesting. And, it may have to have not a real wager, but some sort of a wager. I don't know whether Pledge can do this or not.
Well, what do you mean?
If that little girl that we saw, what was she, about $110?
She said 125.
She had no problem with that steak.
Somebody tweeted us a video of a petite lady doing the steak challenge there at the Big Texan in Amarillo.
Right.
And she made a video of it. She did it in 40 minutes and like 30 some odd seconds. And she was very casual about the way she was approaching. Now, granted, there were edits in the video, and even then the video was 20 minutes. I just kind of fast forwarded it. I didn't watch the whole damn thing.
I found it fascinating as I'm watching that video. You can't stand up.
No.
They won't let you stand up and stretch your legs. You got to sit down the whole time. So, Pledge, you can't stand up, buddy.
Yeah, we're going to try to apply the same rules. I'm going over tomorrow morning to Tri-County Meat Market to get the steak. And then the other stuff that I'm going to cook. I'm going to do a Thor's hammer, and we're going to do some fajitas. And I've got you don't get any Thor's hammer, dude. You're going to be full. The Thor's hammer is for us. You get a 72-ounce steak. Be grateful. Going to do some fajitas
and a baked potato
and a deer sausage. Yeah,
and
so Pledge has to and salad and shrimp cocktail.
Or are we going to make them do shrimp cocktail?
Well, you said you were bringing it.
Well, dude, you told me yesterday not to bring it. You want me to bring it or not?
Yeah, bring it.
Okay,
bring it.
I'll bring it.
I don't know that I said no, but
you did.
Yeah, okay. Whatever. A salad, a roll. You got rolls too, right? You were going to bring rolls and a shrimp cocktail.
What the hell? You just want me to bring the whole feast? I mean,
yeah. Can you get the bago salad too?
No.
I'm doing the meat. Somebody's got to get a salad,
dude.
We get them one of the big Olive Garden salad with extra onions.
Last time right. Last time I checked, all you're doing is picking up the meat.
I'm cooking it.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick it up.
There's nothing out of your pocket.
No.
Yeah.
Well, are you going to bitch about having a roll?
Well, I might. I got to buy a shrimp cocktail. I got to buy rolls. I got to buy a salad. I mean, come on.
I'm buying the pellets for the smoker.
I'm in radio, for goodness sake. I can't afford all that stuff.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Have you met Joe?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Yeah. I'm telling you.
You cheap son of a...
Yeah.
Exactly.
By the way, the Spurs play tonight very quickly. I don't know if they'll play very quickly, but they do play tonight. The Washington Wizards. Mitch Johnson says Wemby is still on a pitch count, minutes restriction tonight. He still will be on one.
All right. You might be off the hook. Neighbor Hal just texted he'll bring the salad.
Oh, all right, good.
Now, how big of a salad? It's
it's a dinner salad,
like a normal bowl.
Yeah,
salad?
it's like you get at a restaurant.
It's a small one.
Yeah. All right. Now, Hal, I will tell you now. Tell Amy because I know you're not going to make a salad. No onions for Pledge. Hold the onions.
Yeah.
Do you want dressing, Pledge?
Yeah, Italian. I can bring dressing.
I think we probably have some in the fridge.
Perfect.
But see how you're off the hook. See, now you just have rolls and shrimp cocktail.
Okay.
Because Hal's going to contribute a salad.
Yeah.
In just a small.
That's nice. That's nice.
Nobody else is going to eat salad.
Hal could have offered the shrimp cocktail.
I mean, he could have, but he didn't.
Or the rolls.
He didn't.
You want me to bring the shrimp cocktail and the rolls, Joe?
No, I got you, Pledge.
Yeah, you say
I just like to be.
I mean, somebody text Maggie to make sure Joe doesn't forget. You know,
I got this.
Joe will make sure his wife has the wine she prefers.
Absolutely, I will.
The hell with your rolls.
Yeah. Maggie will be taken care of.
Yes.
Pledge, you, I don't know.
Who knows? It goes. Yeah.
It's all good.
And again, this will be live streamed tomorrow.
Yes. Saturday.
Saturday. Hey, today's not Friday?
No, it's not. No.
You got to work tomorrow.
Do I?
Yeah.
Huh. All right. Well, I'll be here. You're going to do it on YouTube, right?
That's the plan.
All right. So make sure you're on the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube about 7-ish.
We'll send that alert
Saturday night. Well, and I think you can get alerts. Set your notification. However you do that. So when we go live, it will be there, because Pledge has to engineer this thing and then wolf down a 72-ounce steak.
We will have several cameras around as well, so you'll see every angle of Pledge munching on that 72-ounce steak.
So, Pledge, you got to remember, while you're eating, you also are in charge of changing the camera angles, because none of us know how to do that.
Sorry, I can't stand up.
You can't stand up.
No, you can't. That's right.
All right.
So it will be where it will be.
Yeah. So
it's all good.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Although, can you do it? It was way behind the scenes and probably an off-the-air meeting.
Just post the stories to your Instagram. Y'all all have cameras.
Well, but I'm saying, though, if we got all the cameras set up like in the StreamYard, you could put different angles in different boxes, right? So we'll make it work.
It will be fine.
Yeah. My wife is very concerned about pukage.
She shouldn't be.
I wouldn't either. Well, Pledge, dude. If Pledge doesn't do this, he's never going to hear the end of it. After that 125-pound little girl took care of that thing.
Absolutely.
All she does is eating competitions, man.
I don't care, Pledge.
Every time you eat, it feels like you're in an eating competition, Pledge. So I think you're par for the course here. Now, I will say that we'll get this set up. You can't get up and walk around. We'll go over all the rules. We'll have a real meeting on this.
We will.
Beforehand.
Yes.
Beforehand. You know what we do every Thursday about this time?
The Blitz wants you to know what's on tap. Presented by Sam's Burger.
Time to get you ready for the weekend. We call it What's on Tap. It is brought to you by Sam's Burger Joint online at samsburgerjoint.com. On Thursday, tonight, Bros Inc., Ruben B. and Jimmy Spotchecker on the stage there at Sam's. Carolyn Hale on Friday night. Skyrocket on Saturday.
Thursday, tonight, if you want to go somewhere else, Green Hall, you got William Clark Green Acoustic. Of course, the Spurs are playing the Wizards at the Frost Bank Center. ACL Live, a Drag Queen Christmas. But if you're headed to ACL Live, you're probably already headed there. So, Vibes Underground, Ashes at Last. And LOL Comedy Club, Guy Torrey is performing.
On Friday, Green Hall, full band for William Clark Green. John Wolf playing out at Floors Country Store. Stable Hall at the Pearl has Silverado and Wilder Blue. Robert Earl Keane, ACL Live, the greatest Christmas on earth. The Reed Brothers at Cheatham Street Warehouse. And Semi-Charmed playing over at Pix.
Saturday night out at Floors Country Store, you've got Bottomland playing out there. Sarah Brightman, A Winter's Symphony, is at the Majestic Theater on Saturday night. At Green Hall, Asleep at the Wheel. The Riding High Tour. Wow, Asleep at the Wheel still going strong, huh? Robert O'Keen's doing another night at ACL Live on Saturday night. The Rock Box has Texas Takeover Tour 2025. The Max performing out at Bluebonnet Palace. Finding Friday at Pix Bar.
Sunday at the Frost Bank Center, the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, the Ghosts of Christmas Eve, and the best of TSO. Tobin Center has Home for the Holidays, and Paper Tiger has The Casualties.
Let's see. Slim Bob and the Fabulous Stump Grinders are at Green Hall on Monday night. And yeah, you'll probably be at Green Hall Tuesday, Minix. It's an Ugly Sweater Holiday Show.
Well, I mean, 2 Tons Tuesday doing that maybe, but Who knows? Wednesday night at the Frost Bank Center, Spurs and Thunders.
That'll be a dandy.
A dandy, eh?
A dandy.
Yep.
Wait a minute, that's Wednesday night?
I thought it was Tuesday night, but I can only go with what Pledge puts on there.
Yeah, because they play on Christmas Day. They're not going to play back-to-back, are they?
I think it's Tuesday night.
I think it is too.
Because I know when my kid comes into town, the timing of it doesn't work for her to go to a Spurs home game while she's home for Christmas.
All right, well, either way.
Back-to-back
against OKC is no picnic.
Just because we said it, double check before you head to any venue, just in case. What's on tap? Brought to you by Sam's Burger Joint, online at samsburgerjoint.com.
I've got to thank the folks here at 90 Proof Bar and Grill. It's been a great time. I always thank the folks, Beer Santa included, from Flight by Yuengling, who have provided everybody some refreshments and prizes and all kinds of stuff. We even converted a few people, I think, from the beer that they were drinking to Flight by Yuengling, and rightfully so, because if you taste that, you're never going to go back. That's what happened to me. First time I met Renee and had a Flight by Yuengling Minix, I never went back.
No, that's
just the way that it goes.
Good.
So very happy.
It's beer time for us.
It is beer time for us.
Beer time for us.
Thank you.
Finally.
And yes.
Finally.
Look at Beer Santa.
Will you wrap it up already? I'm thirsty.
Yeah, Extra Innings with Pledge coming up next. Be sure and join AJ and Rob the Morning Huddle tomorrow morning. They will get you started at 6 o'clock. Minix and I will be back at 2. Have a great night, everybody.
This is The Blitz with Jason and Joe.